Good compañeros, estamos en Genshin Impact. Vamos a hacer la misión de Nilou, ¿vale? Que la tenemos por aquí, misión legendaria. Vamos a... Ay, no tengo la llave. Vamos a desbloquearla y ahora cogemos la llave, ¿vale? No sé qué hace falta para esto. No sé qué hace falta. Me lo pregunta de vez en cuando gente. Bueno, ya cuando ha pasado un tiempo y tal, me preguntan de qué necesita. Porque justo cuando sale la misión, ¿vale? La misión tiene menores requisitos, ¿vale? Igual el Adventure Rank necesario para acceder a ella es, en vez de ser 50, es 35, ¿vale? Cosas así. Así que no sé muy bien qué es lo que... ¿Qué es lo que pide en cuanto a misiones, nivel de aventura y tal? Debería decirlo aquí, ¿vale? A ver. Gachapón, gachapón, misión legendaria, Lotos. Esta es. Vale, aquí necesitamos rango de aventura nivel 26. Vale, y... Mira, sí. Después de que... No, perdón, 40, nivel 40. Y hacer la misión de Arconte, capítulo 3, acto 2, que esta es la de... La principal, ¿vale? La de Sumeru principal. Vale. Dirígete al Gran Bazar. Estoy aquí, ¿no? Sí, estoy aquí. Puedo ir andando. Voy a ir andando. Ponerme al Traveler. No tengo ahora mismo ningún personaje que sepa correr, ¿vale? O sea, tengo solo personajes bajitos, así que voy a ir mismo con el Traveler, ¿no? Que así por lo menos soy canon, ¿no? Y tal. A ver qué me dicen. Hola, buenas. ¡Anda! Nilou tiene perrito.
Nilou, it's nice to see you again.
Dios, qué incómodo, ¿verdad? Así como de la nada. ¡Nilou! Se ha parado la música por completo, perdón, ya está.
Hey there, traveler in Paimon. Are you here for some shopping too? That's right. Although there were a few hiccups here and there, the Sub-Zerus festival turned out to be a grand success. And so,
Después de todo.
the theater wants to host a celebration event. Do you two want to come? It'll be a really fun time.
Y no va a molestar los de la academia. Una celebración.
It's something like a tradition of ours. Whenever we wrap an important performance, we'll get together and unwind. Rehearsals are exhausting. If you keep your nose to the grindstone, you're going to wipe yourself out sooner or later. Mr. Zubair, our manager, always says that celebrations aren't just for fun, but that they should also be occasions for reflection and review. But no one remembers that once the celebration starts. It's not like he can't also have some fun himself. We've been to a lot of festivals during our adventures. Will your celebration also have lots of yummy food and drinks?
A ver, como
Of
todos, ¿no?
course.
Vale.
We always
¿Te
do
imaginas
lots
no
of
comer en
eating,
una
toasting, and
fiesta?
gift
Qué asco, ¿no?
exchanging. We try really hard to show our appreciation for everyone. Ah, so we'll need to bring a present.
¿Te parece algo malo? No, normal, ¿no? A ver, en fin. No estás pensando en comer y beber de gratis, eso sí. Puedes ponerte un lazo y ya sería un regalo. Puedes ponerte un lazo y ya sería un regalo. ¡Hostia, qué puto creepy! ¿Qué cojones dices, Aether? ¿Qué te pasa en la puta cabeza? A ver, yo entiendo... Joder, yo entiendo que está intentando hacer la broma esta de que es la comida de emergencia y tal, pero es que está diciendo que Paimon se ponga un lazo y y se lo den como regalo, rollo. ¿Sabéis lo que es cuando un personaje femenino se pone un lazo, no? En fin, no voy a meterme más en esto, no estás pensando en comida gratis, ¿no?
Treat others how you want to be treated, right? Paimon already has a great gift in mind. But maybe you could lend Paimon some more first? It's fine. No need to stress, Paimon. You can come, present or not. The gift exchange is just to make the celebration more entertaining.
Bueno.
You two being there would be the best gift of all. It'll also be a good time to introduce you to the rest of the theater.
No se acuerda de lo que pasó en el sueño, creo. O sea, no me imagino que se acuerde. Sería... O sea, no lo han dicho en ningún momento tampoco, ¿no? Uy, que mal he puesto el título, ¿verdad? Han pasado muchas cosas desde que la vimos en el sueño. Hay tantas cosas de las que hablar, sí.
Is something up?
Ojalá pudiera venir Dungeon. Está como muy enferma.
Yeah, but for now, it's more important for her to rest and recover. I tried to visit her, but I got turned away at the door. The people there wouldn't listen to a single word I said. All I could do was to leave a letter encouraging her to get some rest and keep her spirits up. She'll be better soon. And then we can celebrate together at the theater.
It's all thanks to you and Nilou that we managed to save Dunyarzad.
No quería que se arrepintiera, ella también nos ayudó mucho. Dunyarzad sí debería acordarse, ¿no? O sea, rollo, sí debería... Creo recordar que estuvo hablando también con la Arconte y que se acordaba de algo del Arconte y demás, ¿no? O sea, no me acuerdo ya muy bien de aquello, ¿vale? Pero sé que estuvo en cama durante bastante tiempo. Quien no creo que se acuerde de absolutamente nada sería la otra de ella, pero ella sí debería acordarse. No quería que se arrepintiera.
You're way too modest. Just now, I actually felt really self-conscious when Paimon talked about us in the same breath. Compared to you, I really didn't do much at all. Anyway, all that aside, are you thinking about coming to our event?
Paimon thinks it'll be a great time. What do you think, Traveler?
Tampoco tengamos nada mejor que hacer. No, a ver, estoy aquí
Let's
para
head
perder
to
el
the
tiempo.
theater. Wait, I completely forgot about this pile of stuff.
¡Oh, no!
Whoa.
Cosas que
Did
hacer.
you buy all of this, Nilou?
Just one box. The rest were given to me. I really don't know how it came to this much.
That's way too many freebies. Many vendors give out samples for free, but Paimon's never seen this much.
A ver, justamente acabamos de
All I
tener
know
un
is that
evento en el que
whenever I
nos han
start
dado
chatting with
muchas,
people,
muchas cosas,
My
así que no es
hands would
verdad.
get more and more full until I can't hold everything anymore. This seems to happen every time.
Es
I was planning on
una
making a few trips to bring everything back
influencer
before
o algo.
continuing on with my shopping,
No me pasa.
but I don't think I'll have the time.
So this isn't even all of it?
Yo te ayudo.
Are you sure?
Of course. Carrying stuff is a piece of cake for him, right, Traveler?
No sé, yo sí me llamaría un experto en eso. A ver,
I'm
se me da bien,
so
pero...
sorry to trouble you like this. I meant to invite you to our celebration, but now you're helping me instead.
Bueno, lo de siempre.
Well, let's hurry up and grab the last few things, so we can get back to the theater.
Para aquellos que son sabios se llama. No le veo mucho el objetivo a la esta. O sea, vamos de fiesta. No veo muy bien por dónde podrían tirar la misión. Pero bueno, venga. Hay que repartirle cosas, ¿no? A gente. A recoger lo que ha comprado. Bueno, al revés.
Oh, well, if it isn't Nilou.
Yo...
Greetings, Mr. Jute. Do you
¿Qué pasa
still
con ese
have any
acento?
food that's ready to go?
Of course I do. I've heard that Zubair Theater is hosting a celebration event.
Tiene un
So I
impediment
reserved some
speech
food
o
for you
algo.
in advance. Although, it looks like you're gonna need 2 more portions.
¿Va a meter para mí también?
Please allow me to introduce them. This is the Traveler,
Hola.
a very experienced adventurer.
Hola.
And this is Paimon, his super reliable guide and helper.
¡Oh! ¿Sabe quién es?
Is... hold on. She got it completely right. Look, Traveler, she introduced Paimon correctly.
Joder, se ha emocionado muchísimo. Me siento mal ahora de tratarla así. No, la verdad es que no. No. O sea, con lo mismo que lo he dicho, de pronto se me ha ido la cosa. Eso sí que es raro, no hace falta que te emociones tanto.
Don't underestimate Nilou. She always remembers every last little detail about everyone, even if it sounds completely trivial. She's
Pero,
also very brave. Just a little while ago, she saved my precious spices from the jaws of a sumpter beast.
Don't think anything of it. I just help out when I can because everyone else takes such good care of me.
¿por qué tienen este acento tan raro?
Sorry to get off topic. We're in a bit of a hurry. Mr. Jute, did you say you didn't reserve enough food?
I was joking. Anyone who runs a business knows to keep some extra stock. After all, orders get changed all the time. Oh, that reminds me. It seems that these friends of yours aren't from here. Have they ever tried any delicious tachin?
Me parece recordar que sí, que es eso.
Ooh, what a fantastic idea! Mr. Jute, did you bake a batch recently? Tachin is a mixture of rice and meat that's baked into a cake-like shape. Mr. Jute adds special spices into his.
Uf, una
Its
tarta
aroma
con
is
especias.
just so
No me
wonderfully
parece
delicious.
nada apetitoso, ¿eh?
If you ever see kids crowding all around Mr. Jute's place, you know he's baking up a storm.
Es un dulce esto.
But is it really just for the kids? Don't you often follow them in too?
I just can't help myself.
We're 2 peas in a pod. Who doesn't enjoy some good food?
Últimamente no sé qué cojones pasa, pero está muy mal traducido el puto juego, ¿eh? Lo que ha dicho en el audio ha sido... simplemente no puedo evitarlo. Y lo que ha puesto en los subtítulos ha dicho que... ¿Es que acaso soy una glotona? No sé muy bien qué está pasando, ¿vale? Pero últimamente cada misión que hago de esta versión y tal, bueno, de esta y de la anterior, está mal traducida. O sea, rollo, está... no tiene nada que ver los diálogos con los subtítulos, pero absolutamente nada que ver. Yo qué sé, no entiendo muy bien. O sea, son cambios triviales, ¿vale? Son cambios tontos, pero es que no tienen nada que ver una cosa con la otra. O sea, la forma en la que lo ha dicho, ¿vale? Hace parecer que es una glotona, ¿vale? Y la forma en la que lo tiene escrito hace parecer que se le han insultado, como que se siente insultada por ello. Y no es lo mismo, ¿vale? La reacción es diferente.
Wait here. I'll bring some over.
Venga.
Whoa, what a dish! It's sweet and sour and full of deliciousness! Paimon can't eat it fast enough!
Típico de Paimon. La verdad es que es raro que Paimon no pueda comérselo lo bastante rápido.
No matter how many times I eat it, it's still so delicious.
I wouldn't have offered it as a treat if I wasn't confident in the taste. I baked a lot just now, and it's all packaged and ready for you to take
No me
back to
gusta
the
el acento de
theater.
este hombre. Lo siento.
You made so much. Is it really okay to take them all?
It was nothing. Making 1 serving or 100 servings is all the same to me. If anything, I should be thanking you for helping me clear my inventory.
Si tú lo dices, al menos deja que te paguemos. Sí,
Don't
sí.
worry about it. What kind of person would I be if I made you pay for a treat? Make sure you got everything.
¿Cómo gana dinero esta gente cuando viene Nilou?
Feel free to come back anytime.
Pero pagando, ¿vale? Yo me siento mal cuando no puedo pagar algo.
Starting to understand how you got so many things.
Yeah. Everyone has their own way with words. And it's really hard to say no. Let's go to the next store.
Está justo al lado. ¿Cuánto es? Rollo, se ha visto... O sea, esto me parecen como muchísimas cosas para ir llevando encima, pero bueno, venga. Deberíamos dejarla en algún sitio, ¿no?
Nilou, good timing. I have the textiles you ordered. If you took any longer, the sumpter beasts might have gobbled them up.
Textiles, ¿sabes?
You and your jokes. Sumpter beasts won't eat those kinds of things, Mr. Offsheen.
Bueno, a ver, depende.
Jude said that some sumpter beasts ate his spices. Were they yours?
Oh, yeah, really sorry about that. Nilou, if it weren't for you, I would have lost half of my profits that month.
Trying to pull anything out of a sumpter beast's mouth is like playing a game of tug-of-war.
So they really do eat anything, huh?
Al menos trabajan cuando comen. Tú también comes de todo.
What's that supposed to mean?
Come now. You know, sumpter beasts sometimes eat not because they're hungry, but because they like gnawing on things.
A ver, me pasa.
The
Yo también muerdo
textiles you
cosas de
ordered are
plástico y tal,
highly
porque es
durable
divertido.
and woven from the finest thread.
¿Acaso soy un...?
So even if a sumpter beast got snacky, it'd still have
Soy
to
una
chomp
bestia.
on it for a full day.
You've tested this before?
Parece que sí.
But of course, how else could I be so trustworthy?
¿Por qué tienen este acento
Well,
todo? Me está
that
poniendo muy
one
nervioso.
time was an accident. I wouldn't dare experiment with such a precious product.
True. It does sound like some good fabric.
Ho ho! Have I piqued your interest? If you want to buy some, now's a good time.
Vale,
Buy
ese ya no
2
regala,
bolts and get
este
20%
descuento.
off.
Venga.
Ooh, that's a pretty good discount. What do you think, Traveler?
No thanks, Mr. Offsheen. You can't use that kind of tactic on her. Look, you've already sucked her in.
Tactic? So you mean everything he just said to Paimon was a lie?
No.
I wouldn't go that far. It's just that Mr. Afshin is really good at spinning stories. A word from him, and you'll find yourself buying things you don't actually need.
¿Ves? Ya me cae mal.
Mr. Zubair gave me a huge lecture the last time I bought too many things.
Los vendedores no deberían usar técnicas de manipulación. Lo dice el personaje del juego que se caracteriza por su FOMO. Pero bueno, venga.
Come on, don't look at me like that. All she got was a talking to from Zubair, while I was nearly fed head first to the sumpter beasts. My philosophy is that stories give value to merchandise. That's why my business started with such a boom. Our Nilou here is an extraordinarily good listener. Back then, she believed anything I said. After a while, I began to feel guilty selling things to her because of how happy she looked. Though she enjoyed the stories and I the Mora, I knew she didn't need to buy that much.
¿Sabes lo que ocurre? Que para no sentirte mal por alguien comprando tus cosas, igual no deberías tratar de engañarla. No sé, ¿lo has pensado? ¿Lo has intentado? Porque igual podrías venderlo de alguna otra forma.
Anyway, since then, I've come to realize two things. One, that stories should just be a means instead of an end. And two, that there's more to business than just selling goods.
It's okay. We're all friends now. There's no need to dig up the
Sí, bueno, pero
past.
intenta engañarme a mí, ¿eh? O sea, eso ya no...
That reminds me. Some of the goods from my latest shipment aren't in the best condition. They're fine for general use, but my customers have high standards, and I don't have the time or resources to find new buyers right now.
Me va a hacer regalitos, ¿no?
Nilou, why don't you take them?
Huh? No, I can't do that.
Just think of it as a favor for me, all right? The theater can use them for props and whatnot. It costs me Mora to store or ship, so I'm just losing money every day continuing to hold on to them.
Even so, let me buy them at market value.
Nah, these goods are hard movers. Besides, if I let you pay, wouldn't it mean that I'm just using stories to sell my goods again? Just take them. If you really feel that bad about it, give me some theater tickets later. Oh, yeah, you should also take some while you're at it. Adventurers are always in need of materials, right?
Chachi, regalitos para mí
Even
también.
we get a share of this?
Ay,
Hurry
me
and
está aburriendo
take it.
muchísimo.
Just looking at it all is giving me a headache. Thanks for the huge favor.
There's still one more store. Are you all right holding on to that much stuff? Paimon, why don't you lend a hand? He
Paimon
must be
ayudando.
tired.
If Paimon were to refuse, would you then think less of Paimon than even a sumpter beast?
Pero ¿se ha negado o no se ha negado? Porque ha dicho, si Paimon se negara pensarías en tal, pero no está diciendo que me va a ayudar, ¿no? Literalmente Nilou lo acaba de decir, Paimon,
About
haz
time,
algo.
Nilou. Farhad here was snooping around your props.
Please, I was only looking at them to get a better idea of what your new show may be about.
Wouldn't spoiling yourself just ruin all the fun?
Yeah, please wait for our official performance.
These two look familiar. I think I've seen them before.
Anda.
Weren't they at the Sub-Zerus festival?
Yeah,
Sí.
and they're coming to today's celebration too.
Oh, the more folks, the merrier. I was actually just talking to Farhad about also stopping by tonight.
Oh yes, please do. I'm sure Miss Raykar and Miss Nadja would also love to have a chat with the two of you.
Esto es
We even
tremendamente
prepared a small
aburridísimo, ¿eh?
gift. Let me show it to you. Ta-da! It's a flower wreath.
¡Anda!
I really think we should wear some of these to give the event a more celebratory feel.
Estaría bien que las enseñasen, ¿te imaginas?
Beautiful. Did you make it?
Anda, vale. No es verdad, está
Farhad
bonita.
did most of the work. What a surprise, huh? He actually knows a lot about crafts.
That is pretty surprising.
Hey, why can't I have a little side hobby? I worked really
No
hard
conozco
on
a esta
that.
gente.
I
No
know,
sé por qué me
I
tiene que
know. I
sorprender
watched you
cualquier
make it.
cosa.
I wasn't making fun of you. Oh, All right. Why don't you also try some on? We've got some wreaths in your size.
¡Ey! ¡Coronita de flores!
It's
¡Qué mal le queda a Nilou! Me cago en mi puta vida.
They're so pretty! Is there one that Paimon can wear?
Unfortunately, we already gave out all the child-sized ones.
Oh.
I wasn't expecting the theater to invite such a fascinating guest.
Oh.
Fascinating. Huh. That sounds kind of weird, but Paimon will let it slide.
Oh, you all sure got a lot of stuff there. Let me help you carry some. I'm a porter by trade, so this is what I'm best at.
That'd be great! Please and thank you.
Y tú no llevas nada. Después de todo lo que has comido, tú no llevas nada.
But we have a pro now.
Thanks for the help, Mr. Farhad. But let me make one thing clear first. Don't try to ask about what's in the new show. Otherwise, I may not be able to hold back Mr. Zubair this time.
No sé de qué están hablando.
You're so obvious that even Nilou saw right through you.
Incluso Nilou.
Shut
Se supone que es
it.
como muy despistada o algo. No me lo parece.
Fine. It's not like I want to get on his bad side either. Including Hushang's things, though. We'll each need to carry a box if we want to move everything in one trip. Even my strength has its limits.
Paimon looks like she doesn't want to, so I'll carry a little extra. Although I
Paimon
may not appear
nunca
super strong
tiene
at
ganas de
first
hacer
glance,
nada,
I actually do a lot of strength training on the regular. Strength and balance are both really important for a dancer.
No, let Paimon. Paimon will help carry things.
LOL.
The Traveler's right. Paimon shouldn't freeload.
Eso es muy extraño.
Paimon can't fly anymore.
Acabamos de terminar la conversación.
Paimon's good to keep going. But Paimon now understands when people say there's no such thing as a free lunch.
Bueno, Paimon está haciendo cosas, ¿qué os parece? Y se está muriendo en el proceso, así que todo ventajas. Mando un drop, ¿vale? Perdón, mando mi propio drop, que eso es... Ya está, yo qué sé. Es aburridísima la misión por ahora, ¿eh?
That sure was a lot of stuff.
Preferiría estar pegándome una patada en los cojones a mí
Looking
mismo.
forward to the event later.
Thank you, Mr. Farhad.
Thank you, Sumter Man.
Tiene la visión borrosa y todo. Buen trabajo, Paimon.
Paimon's definitely going to eat it all back later.
All right, I'll leave you all to it.
See ya. Good thing we had Mr. Farhad with us, or else that would have taken way longer.
Hemos andado aproximadamente 20 metros. O sea, esa es la distancia donde estaba el hombre y donde estábamos nosotros. No sé si es que se supone que hay unos teóricos aquí 2 kilómetros o algo, pero es que hemos andado súper poquísimo. Todos son siempre tan amables.
Of course. We're all like neighbors, so we're always helping each other out. It's easy to forget that everyone's running a business.
With this many freebies being thrown at you, you probably don't need to work.
A ver,
I felt so guilty at first, like I always owed someone something. I was always thinking of
también ha
ways to
dicho que le ha
repay
comprado como
others.
muchas cosas a un vendedor
Later
de
on,
esos, ¿no?
I realized that it's actually like what Mr. Afshin said. By taking the freebies, I was helping everyone out and saving them money. When you order the wrong item, or make too much of something, sometimes the best way to maximize the value of those goods is to give them away. That's why there's no need to stress over the freebies. All of us repay others by helping them when they need it.
Oh, that actually makes a lot of sense.
This has become our norm, and no one keeps track of the back and forth anymore.
Bueno, pero entonces más cosas
So
gratis no
really,
van a dar, ¿o
don't
cómo?
worry about it. All right. I have to bring all
Preferiría
of this
estar
to Mr. Zubair and do a
disparándome en
little
los
bit of prep.
huevos.
Feel free to hang out here for a bit. It'd be nice if you could also get to know some other people at
Va a
the
pasar
theater.
algo, por favor, va a pasar algo. Me estoy aburriendo mucho. O sea, es que está en el nivel en el que de verdad preferiría irme a hacer otra cosa. O sea, llevamos como 30 minutos aquí haciendo nada. O sea, nada de nada. ¿Ha bailado ya? ¿Qué va a bailar? Estoy llevando cajas de mierda aquí arriba para nada, la verdad, porque es que no sé muy bien. Básicamente vamos hablando con no sé qué gilipollas que vende cosas y me dice, toma esto, te lo regalo, toma esto, te lo regalo, toma esto, te lo regalo. Y así todo el rato. Y es que no nos cuentan nada, ni nos dicen nada más que el Nilou es muy amable y que todos son muy amables. Y ya está, y no dicen nada. Me estoy aburriendo muchísimo. ¿No necesitas ayuda?
Nope. Mr. Zubair's really on top of everything. You two are our guests. So please, just relax and look forward to the celebration.
Venga, ¿vas a bailar ya entonces? Es que lo peor es que ha dicho teatro. Así que me imagino que era otra cosa.
The atmosphere here is so nice.
El ambiente es
break and
maravilloso.
immerse ourselves
No
in
está
this
ocurriendo nada.
warmth.
Bueno, vale, o sea, yo me lo creo. Si tú me dices que el ambiente está bien, pues yo me lo creo. Hay 2 niños saltando. Ya está. Bueno, uno de ellos está saltando, perdón.
Hey there. I saw you two helping Nilou move some stuff.
Sí, eso es
Are
literalmente
you
todo lo que
two
hemos hecho
also
en
here
media
for the
hora.
celebration event?
You got it.
My name is Raykar. Nadia and I are this theater's prop engineers. I also help out with some other tasks like housekeeping. The little ones causing a ruckus are my children,
saltando
Soreen
abajo.
and Abi. I hope they aren't bothering you. They always get really excited every time we hold a celebration event.
Son adorables, tienen mucha energía.
Yes, they are. Everyone here takes great care of them. There's good work here, the
Si
pay's
dices
always
son
on
adorables,
time, and
dirás sí, lo
Nilou
son
and the others
directamente
will
también.
often volunteer to play with the kids. I'm quite content with this current way of life.
Do you mean your life wasn't nearly as good before?
Paimon, eso no se pregunta.
It's all right. It's all water under the bridge now. My husband and I were both adventurers, but he passed away from an accident.
Oh.
Material struggles can always be overcome, but ever since then, I haven't been able to spend much of my energy on anything else. But I still consider myself lucky. Mr. Zubair has helped me a lot, and the atmosphere here is tolerant and kind.
¿El Zubar este cuál es? El
Sorry
jefe
for bringing up
de
such
Nilou.
sad memories.
Oh, it's all right. I don't mind. Once the event starts, you'll be able to see for yourself the kind of atmosphere I was talking about.
Bueno, vale, pero va a empezar ya, porque es que no sé muy bien por qué estamos perdiendo el tiempo hablando aquí con la gente. Charla con la gente del teatro.
Hey there.
A newcomer. Doesn't look too bright.
Vale, otra persona con la que no quiero hablar.
Talk about judging a book by its cover.
You, on the other hand, you're a special one.
No parecen muy normal.
How would you describe the concept of art?
¿Puedo saltar esta parte de la misión hasta que comience a pasar algo? Porque no me gustaría... No me gustaría hacer nada de esto de nuevo, nunca más. Y tengo que hacerlo en la secundaria de nuevo, por cierto. ¿El arte?
Mere curiosity is all. It makes no difference whether you answer or not.
Me da igual si responde o no. Ok. ¿Es la materialización de las emociones humanas o la representación de la belleza interior? Ninguna de las dos y las dos al mismo tiempo, no sé qué decirte. A ver, el arte es un concepto bastante abstracto en el que puedes plasmar cualquier cosa que se te venga a la cabeza. Supongo que son las dos al mismo tiempo. Pito, pito, gorgorito, donde pato tan bonito, la era verdadera, ping pong fuera, la materialización.
So that's what you think,
No le ha gustado.
Unremarkable. Better than an average person's thoughts, but nothing exceptional.
Gracias, vaya.
Is art a product that we create and bring forth? Or is it a naturally existing resource? I, for one, believe it to be the latter.
Bueno, pues bien por ti.
Paimon doesn't follow.
I've been staying here for a long time. On occasion, I'd assist them in penning lines of dialogue, but most of my time I just stand back and watch. I prefer to abstain from writing as it spoils the viewing experience. The existence of the theater, of Nilou, and of humanity itself. All of these can be considered as forms of art. It is not some intangible construct beyond the horizon.
Cuando hice la misión de Kokomi, tuve un pensamiento fugaz, ¿vale? Por mi cabeza lo único que se venía es... No he hecho nada tan aburrido nunca. Y ahora mismo es lo único que tengo en la cabeza. No le estoy ni prestando atención, ¿eh? O sea, no... O sea, es que me importa una mierda lo que me estás queriendo decir. Son personajes random que no me importan una mierda, rellenando tiempo para que empiece Nilou a bailar. Es que no está pasando nada. Es que no me están contando nada, no estoy descubriendo nada sobre el personaje, no estoy descubriendo cómo está la situación tampoco, porque es que son, literalmente, son NPCs random contándome su opinión sobre algo que no me importa una mierda. O sea, ya no es que tenga relación de alguna forma con Nilou o con las cosas de la ciudad. No. Me está contando su opinión sobre el arte. No entiendo... ¿Cuál es el propósito de que haya 3 NPCs random aquí a decirme gilipolleces, gemendingue? Es que no... Hola, Leslie Sky. Hola.
Does that have anything to do with us?
Let me ask you this. What do you think is the meaning of art?
¿Servir de respuesta a tus preguntas? Pues literalmente sí. Yo creo que a mí que me cuenta. El arte no tiene un significado propio que plasmar. Depende de la visión del receptor que esté mirando a ese arte. Y ya ni siquiera de la propia visión del receptor, sino también de la visión del receptor afectada por cómo lo está mandando el que lo dice, el que está mostrando ese trozo de arte. ¿Nos van a hacer aquí una meta pregunta sobre por qué el baile de Nilou es arte o por qué mierda? ¿Qué me estás contando? ¿Qué me importa a mí? Yo quiero saber lo que le pasa a Nilou, su trasfondo, sus mierdas. No quiero saber qué cojones quiere decirme el Kasani de los cojones a ver sobre el arte. ¿A mí qué cojones me estás contando? ¿Qué mierda me importa a mí esto?
I suppose that question was a little too difficult for you.
Bueno, encima me insulta. Bueno, pues vale, pues...
I have been closely observing you, the players on the stage, and those watching in the audience. Art is
Sí, lo
already
entiendo
all
por qué
around
no
us.
quería ver esto. Dios mío. Venga, por el tercero. ¿Será un borde de mierda o no tendrá absolutamente nada que ver? Venga. Hola.
What?
¿Eh?
Who are you? You can't just go on the stage as you please.
Borde de mierda. Vale. Bueno, está bien. Hemos venido con Nilou.
Ah, I see. Sorry for my overreaction.
No nos ha visto en todo este rato, que llevamos en el escenario como media hora.
Making a prop. No time for chit chat.
Ven, borde de mierda. Venga, vale.
Is that embroidery?
No. Well,
La cara del
yes,
Traveler me
but
representa un
not
poco ahora
really.
mismo, ¿eh?
It's a prop.
El timing, sorry. No, está bien.
It's just some fabric. An ordinary piece of fabric that we use in a show. Sorry. I really do need to focus and start working on it.
Sí, venga, tira. Me da igual. Lo siento, no te molestamos más. Si es que me importa una mierda.
Is prop making something to be that jumpy about?
Ah, con lo bien que estaba la misión de Dinari, de verdad. Puto asco. Vaya bajada de nivel en un momento, ¿eh?
Let's meet up with her. The event's probably about to start.
Venga, a ver. Nilou, ponte a bailar ya, a ver si se acaba esto. ¿Puede pasar algo ya?
Sorry
¿Puede
for the
un
wait.
francotirador dispararle a
Preparations for
Nilou?
the celebration are finally done. I'll call everyone over, and then we can start.
Venga.
Let us give you a hand.
Thank you.
Qué bajona. O sea, yo esperaba la misión de Dinari y me encuentro con esto.
Maybe we really
Con
should
la
have
de
prepared
Kokomi.
a gift. Then we could also be a part of the exchange. As it is, all we can do is wait and watch.
Maybe we shouldn't do this after all. I didn't do that great of a job. And who would even like it?
Oh, don't think like that. Remember our promise? We're going to give everyone a pleasant surprise.
Venga.
And besides,
Anima a
you've
todo el
never
mundo,
attended
Nilou.
a
Ese es el
celebration
trasfondo que
event
nos están
before,
contando ahora mismo
so
y que tengo el
this will
gato en
be
el
a
medio
great
también.
opportunity. Everyone will love you.
Lo
I'm
de,
still
lo de las coronas de
really
flores
sure
súper
about
serios
this.
aplaudiendo, perdón.
There's nothing
Muchas
to be
gracias.
worried
No.
about. Just take a step forward and give yourself a chance. There aren't any scary people here, right?
Bueno, a ver.
Right.
Huh. All right. Maybe this will help. Everyone, over here! Inaya has something great to tell you all.
¡Ay, todos llevamos coronita de flores! Mira qué mono.
I've already said that I'm not ready yet. What should I say?
Take it easy and relax. Deep breath, in and out. Once you've taken a long exhale, calmly tell everyone what you want to say.
A ver, me toca los cojones, ¿vale? Porque ahora lo que va a ocurrir es que va a sacar fuerzas de los ánimos que le está dando Nilou para poder conseguir lo que quiere, ¿vale? Lo que ocurre es... Si alguien no quiere hablar, no le hagas hablar. Importa una mierda lo que vaya a decir, que es lo peor, es que no importa una mierda lo que vaya a decir, ¿vale? Eso para empezar. No le importa ni a los que lo van a escuchar, que soy yo, ¿vale? Ni a ella misma, que no quiere decirlo. Si no quiere decirlo, no le empuje a decirlo. O sea, entiendo animarla un poco, pero si te sigue diciendo que no, después de intentar animarla, no hagas y literalmente le pegas una patada en el culo y dices, venga, pa'lante, tira, a tomar por culo. Si te sale bien, pues bien, y si te sale de más, pues te jodes. ¿De dónde viene eso? ¿Qué cojones te pasa? No, no se hacen estas cosas. Eso está mal, está feo, es que no me sale la palabra, ¿vale? Pero de eso de que... Desconsiderado, eso, es muy desconsiderado eso por tu parte.
If you don't say anything, then all the hard work we put into embroidery practice would have gone to waste.
No, no me lo parece, pero bueno.
Using it as a gift, though? It really isn't that good.
So when Inaya was talking about making a prop, she was actually preparing a present.
Está muy nerviosa. Sí, esto básicamente es tortura para alguien que no le gusta hablar en público.
Yeah, it feels like she still doesn't really see herself as part of this community. But it looks like Nilou's trying to ease her through.
Intentando la palabra
Actually,
importante.
Inaya had prepared a special present for everyone before the celebration kicked off.
Mira, lo que está haciendo ahora vale. Hablar Nilou por ella. Intentando animarla a hablar. Pero lo que estaba haciendo antes no es lo mismo. Le estaba diciendo, venga, ponte a ello. Tiene algo que decir, ponte a decirlo. O sea, estás obligada. No es lo mismo.
Woohoo! We're gonna get our first present for Miss Inaya!
Pipe down! The louder you all are, the more nervous she'll become. You've worked on it for so long, so have some confidence. Don't be afraid.
You've got this.
Que se lo diga una de completa
Is
desconocida.
Mr.
Igual no tiene
Zubair
mucho peso,
here?
¿eh?
Sheikh Zubair, this is an urgent notice from the Academia. This celebration, or whatever it is, must stop at once.
Sí, lo había preguntado al principio que si se iban a meter.
Condescending guy. What's his deal?
Yo qué sé.
Since Zubair Theater has long violated the Academia's policies and orders, we have decided to demolish it. As its manager, you must halt all operations and dismiss all staff members within 30 days, after which you will report to the Academia for further punishment.
Why?
Quiero dispararme con una
force us to do this all
metralleta
of a
en
sudden?
los cojones. Sería una
Little
mejor
girl,
experiencia que
this is
esta.
not the first time you've been issued a warning.
No, no es la
I
primera.
didn't hear
La otra vez
anything
estabais
about
haciendo un
demolition the last
experimento
time I
masivo.
asked, and now I suddenly only have 30 days? We have more shows planned, but it's impossible to do anything in just 30 days. How am I supposed to explain this to my customers and staff?
That issue is of no concern to me, Mr. Zubair. You seem to understand the situation quite clearly. Perhaps you can reflect on the reasons why you have failed to prepare for the scenario in advance.
Demolition? Why do they want to demolish this place?
Tienen autoridad
The
para
Academia
demolerlo,
has
mejor
never
dicho.
liked us, and they've never respected our work. To them, what we do is all a waste of time. This isn't the first time they've come by. They had asked us several times in the past to improve the quality of our performances by only putting on shows they consider to be sufficiently intellectual. But our audience isn't the Academia. It's the people of the Grand Bazaar.
Esto es a lo que viene el
If
rollo
our
este de
shows
que el
are too
arte no
difficult to
es...
understand, are too removed from everyday life,
No es de gente
nobody would
lista.
watch them anymore. Changing our content would not only mean turning our backs on our vision, it would also directly lead to the loss of our livelihoods.
Mucha gente no tendrá dónde ir. ¿Qué será de la gente que trabaja aquí?
Yeah, the theater is very important to each and every one of us.
The way they're doing things is so scummy.
But I also don't know how we can stop them.
I do not wish to explain everything again from the beginning. Time is of the essence, so you should act with haste instead of asking frivolous questions.
But none of us plan to accept this. Such an abrupt notice is contrary to established policy.
Ask whoever you
A ver,
will. The answer
repentino.
will
El aviso lo han dado
remain
con
the
30 días de
same. We have
antelación,
already
¿no?
given you sufficient notice.
Enough.
¡Oh!
Does your
Está hablando.
audacity know no limits, Father?
Ah,
Huh? Father? Their family?
sí, Paimon. Lo ha dicho.
What's academia? This is all because you don't like Zubair Theater. You're just using the academia's name to threaten us.
De pronto tiene como
Let
mucha
me
voz de
tell
pecho,
you.
¿no? Y eso.
Even if you manage to tear down this place, nothing is going to change. You've always been awful. But even I never thought my father would sink this low.
This is strictly business. It has nothing to do with where you are, what you do, or what you think. I hope you all have not been irrevocably blinded by folly. I will not waste more time on pointless arguments.
Ah,
Wrap everything up
buen
and
padre.
make preparations to shut
El
down
truco
at
para
once.
ganar una discusión es no hacer una discusión. ¿Para qué vas a escuchar lo que tiene que decir tu hija? No vaya a ser que tenga razón porque sea el que más te conoce de aquí.
Always like that.
This is quite the misfortune, but there's nothing we can do. That's it for today, everyone. Let's clean up. I'll go talk to them again tomorrow. The storms that come out of the blue are always the hardest to deal with.
No entiendo por qué hemos parado el festival este o lo que sea, la fiesta o lo que sea, ¿qué más da? O sea, a mí me sopla el nabo la notificación este y es para dentro de 30 días. Y vas a hablar igualmente mañana con él y no hoy, o sea que no es una cosa urgente de que necesitamos hacerlo ahora. Porque no continuamos, rollo. Hacemos la fiesta y ya mañana vas a hablar con él. Si es que nos importa una mierda, como si nos ponemos todos apilados en el escenario a ver si se deben a demolerlo. O sea, ¿qué van a hacer cuando haya 30 personas en el escenario? Matarnos a todos, porque no van a poder, ¿eh? O sea, no... Con que me ponga yo delante ya está, ya es suficiente. O Nilou también, que se supone que es como súper poderosísima o lo que sea. Porque yo que sé, el poder de las flores y el cántico gregoriano. Venga.
Sorry. I invited you thinking this is going to be a happy occasion. I didn't know that things would turn out like this.
There's no need to apologize, Nilou. No one could have seen this coming.
Yo preferiría que no me hubiese invitado, la verdad, porque me aburro bastante.
Is what that guy said true? The academia has already given you many warnings?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. They've always seen us as being meaningless. Knowledge is king in Sumeru, and their pursuit of it leaves no room for the arts. But if that's all it is, there's also no reason to go so far as to demolish the theater.
Entonces tiene algo que ver con Ineya, la de los trapos, eso, ¿no?
After Inaya ran away from home, I brought her here to Zubair Theater. She really talks about her family. All I know is that she didn't get along with them. I never expected it to blow up like this.
If you did nothing wrong, then there's no reason to listen to the academia, right? Who cares? Let's just take him in a fight.
Eso no soluciona el problema, no siempre estaremos aquí. A ver. Y va a solucionar el problema de forma temporal, ¿no? O sea, les reventamos la cabeza, que tengan miedo de meterse con el teatro, porque de pronto el teatro ganará una influencia mayor. Y se lo tendrán que pesar 2 veces cada vez que algún gilipollas de estos venga a decir algo, ¿no? O sea, no veo ningún problema con usar la violencia en este caso.
That's true.
I'll try to think of something. We can't
Quiero
just let
matar cosas
everyone
ahora mismo,
suffer
¿vale?
in
Lo
a
único que me
perpetual
está
state of fear and uncertainty.
deteniendo.
What to do? What to do?
Can you pretend to shut down, but secretly continue to hold your shows somewhere else? Or we could go through a list of customers and try to see if anyone in there might be willing to help out. That also doesn't sound like it'll work.
Un erudito dijo que las diferencias se solucionan por medio del debate. No, el debate no lleva a ninguna cosa, no es el debate, es la negociación lo que lleva a hacer una diferencia. El debate, pues bueno, pues bien por ti. O sea, si te apetece discutir es para lo único para lo que vale. Quizá para convencer a otra gente, pero no para convencer a alguien del mismo debate. Los debates ahora ya no se hacen para intentar convencer a la otra persona, se hacen para intentar convencer a un público, en este caso. Así que debatir con el señor este o con quien sea no nos va a llevar a nada. O sea, lo único que va a valer es que igual tenemos más gente apoyándonos a nosotros o apoyando lo que está diciendo el tontopollas este que quiere demoler el sitio. Es la única diferencia. Creo que voy a estar enfadado durante toda la misión por lo aburrida que es, ¿vale? Es la única cosa que me hace seguir.
A debate? Huh. Well, scholars do love to use them to solve their problems, but how would that work in this case?
Necesitamos demostrar que la existencia del teatro tiene valor.
Oh, if we can prove to Inaya's father that the Academia's position doesn't hold water, then they won't have a reason to demolish the theater.
I see.
Pero vamos, que eso ya lo saben, ¿eh?
Defeating him in a debate. It's a good idea, but which one of us could hope to win against a researcher?
Somos tus eruditos.
Huh?
Ah, ella mismo.
No. I'm the literal worst at arguments.
¡Anda!
I can't debate.
Antes le has pegado una patada en el culo a alguien para que se ponga a hablar en público. Quizás es tu momento de hacer algo que no quieres hacer. Es solo demostrar que estás en lo cierto. Debatir no es discutir. Sí, sí lo es, pero bueno, venga.
Nilou, you are only so stressed out right now because you care so much about protecting the theater.
This theater holds a special meaning in all of our hearts. It's irreplaceable.
A ver, incluso si la academia no quiere admitir que el arte tenga cierto valor cultural, o sea, cierto valor cultural, no, cierto valor académico, cierto valor intelectual, no le resta su valor cultural. Y su valor cultural tiene bastante peso en la sociedad porque resulta que el mundo se mueve por el dinero, ¿vale? Y en la existencia del teatro aquí implica turismo, ¿vale? Para empezar, turismo, de por sí solo. El turismo implica que las tiendas que hay alrededor del teatro tengan clientes de una forma relativamente asidua. ¿Qué hace eso? Que la economía se mantiene estable. O sea, solo con eso, ¿vale? El teatro ya tiene cierto valor. Si me cuentas que es un teatro que no va ni el tate, que solo hay 4 pringados intentando hacer una actuación de mierda, pues digo, bueno, pues si es que está ahí estorbando, que se pongan ahí a poner una biblioteca o lo que sea más útil, un centro de menores, cualquier gilipollez, ¿vale? Pero en este caso, el teatro este tiene un propósito. No es simplemente 4 personas queriendo hacer algo chuli. Que aún así tendría cierto valor para esas 4 personas y quien pueda atraer a esa gente. Pero quiero decir que no es que se esté yendo a la mierda el teatro. O sea, el teatro tiene su valor económico y como tal, por parte de la ciudad, necesita estar aquí. O por lo menos merece estar aquí.
But I just don't know. Can I really take on such a huge responsibility?
Solo tienes que prepararte a conciencia. Te
Paimon
ayudaré.
will help too. You'll feel a lot more confident after doing some prep work. Believe in yourself.
Thanks, you two. All right, I've decided. Even though I may fail, I'll do my very best for everyone's sake.
That's our Nilou. We're rooting for you.
Venga.
Okay, let's head back and tell everyone what we came up with.
El objetivo está en el área. ¿Qué tenemos que hacer? Reúne a todo el mundo. ¿Cómo lo hacemos? Lo hablo con ellos y ya. Hablo con ellos y ya. Ah, hablo con unos y ya los reunimos a todos. Vale, ok.
Trying to best the academia in a debate is attempting the impossible.
Oh.
If you really want to try, I won't stop you. It's not like our situation can get any worse.
Continúa, por favor.
I don't think it's entirely hopeless. To Sharif, Nilou's approach will come off as naive, but that kind of frankness is exactly what they lack the most. things might turn out differently from what you expect.
I am in favor of such a romantic feat. No
¿Qué pasa con el
playwright would
acento
turn
de
down
este
a
hombre?
compelling underdog story.
Sure, in fiction, but I'm not sure how well that will translate to reality. I'm not saying that I don't support you, Nilou. If you need my help, just say the word. Anything is better than just standing aside and watching the theater get demolished.
Debo decir que un mal debate puede ser contraproducente. O sea, hacer que Nilou, que no sabe debatir, ir contra alguien que sí sabe debatir, puede ser contraproducente, porque para empezar puede convencer a más gente de que lo que dice es una tontería. O sea, pueden tratarla de tonta mientras está diciendo cualquier cosa, porque eso, si no se lo ha preparado bien, pueden rebatirle absolutamente todo lo que diga. Un mal debate puede conllevar que no tengan una defensa más tarde. O sea, que después de hacer este debate, luego no puedan contraatacar con nada. Porque si te lo rebaten absolutamente todo, luego cuando intentes decir algo que pueda tener un poco de sentido, tu idea se va a ir a la mierda, se va a caer haciendo alusión a las ideas de mierda que has demostrado hacer ya. O sea, las que ya son... las que ya has contado que son, bueno, pues eso, malas ideas. Así que no sé yo si es la mejor idea del mundo dejarlo que lo haga Nilou. Es la prota de la misión, así que entiendo por qué lo va a hacer ella, también es la prota del teatro, pero eso no significa que sea buena idea. O sea, antes que se ponga el tontopollas ese del arte, el antipático de mierda, ¿vale? Que se parece que sabe del tema. Antes tendría más sentido que lo hiciese él que Nilou, pero bueno, yo qué sé, es la que toca.
I'm also pitching in. Let's show the academia that we have some fight in us.
Thank you, everyone. I feel a lot less nervous with your support.
Not to rain on your parade, but my father is a real hard guy to deal with. He's erudite, meticulous, demanding,
Creo que tienes algo en contra de tu padre,
exceedingly familiar with rigorous logic.
Estoy llegando a la conclusión de que no te cae tan bien tu
It'll be
padre.
difficult to beat him in a debate. You all already knew that. But you just didn't want to hurt Nilou's feelings. But when all's said and done, aren't you hurting her just the same?
That's enough, Inaya.
¿De qué se ríe?
Sorry.
La acaba de llamar
I
tonta, por
ruined the
cierto, a
mood.
Nilou.
I just can't force myself to expect a positive outcome. Nilou shouldn't have to push herself for the sake of an impossible goal.
Eso es cierto. Pero no porque sea imposible, sino porque sea algo que no quiere hacer, que es lo que ya he dicho antes. No hay imposibles en este mundo. El esfuerzo siempre tiene resultado, no hay imposibles en este mundo.
It's way too early to give up.
You're right, Inaya. We're up against the academia. Everyone knows that they're very powerful.
Aquí creo que lo importante es que no tienen nada que perder,
More
¿eh?
normal
Más que otra cosa.
response. But I still want to try. I'm reluctant to just let Zubair Theater go. And it's not just me. I think everyone else here feels the same way. If we're unhappy, we should speak up and let our voices be heard.
Inaya ha hablado
Say
una
what's on
vez
your mind, and do
diciendo
what
que
you
tiene
think should be
vergüenza hablar en
done.
público
If
y
we
el resto ha
fail
sido
after
todo
that,
cabreadísima.
then at least we won't have any regrets. I mean, after all, the only thing we can control right now is our
Character
choice at
development,
this
¿habéis
very
visto?
moment.
I understand what you're trying to say. I also have my own intense feelings of anger and regret.
No me digas, ¿sí?
Then, could I trouble you to tell your father about our plan for a debate?
No podría decir
You
que
can
no.
still get in touch with your family, right?
Yes, I can.
Then, please help us pass on my request. I've never participated in a debate, and truth be told, I'm still not really confident in myself.
El
But
padre
since
no
we've
puede negarse a
decided
un
on a
debate.
debate,
Sería
I'll
demasiado
do my
golpe para
best to
su ego
prepare for
decir
it.
que no.
I'll gather everyone's thoughts and let them be known to all during the debate. I, by myself, definitely don't have enough wisdom to beat your father. But what about the entire theater combined? Then we should have a chance, right?
Right.
That's right, Miss Nilou. Beat the bad guy. Justice will prevail. Make him eat dirt.
You too. We aren't getting into a fight. But thank you for your encouraging words. I'll do my best.
Well, there, Nilou?
I felt that I might have said a bit too much. Anyway,
¿Por qué?
we better start preparing now. First, let's see what everyone thinks about the situation.
Alright, time to pull everyone's thoughts.
Otra vez hay que hablar con gente que me da igual. A ver, aquí quien más tiene algo que decir sería el jefe. A ver, pone 3. ¿Los niños, supongo? Venga, los niños.
No one is allowed to bully Miss Nilou.
Anda.
Watch out, Mr. Bad Guy! Pow! Bam!
Madre mía. Ah, esto no cuenta como hablar con uno. Vaya por Dios.
Mr. Zubair,
¿Quién me lo iba a decir?
we're trying to put together a list of arguments that might be useful. Any ideas?
It won't be difficult to explain our position. They're in the wrong, and they know it. I have meticulously managed this theater's affairs for years, and I have abided by every procedure and obtained every permit. I did all of that to protect ourselves if something like this were to occur. I didn't expect them to disregard the rules altogether.
Quizá tenga algo que ver con Inaya. Es lo más probable.
Yes, I know. But anyone who's staying at the theater is one of us. If I can't even protect the members of the theater from outside pressure, then I have failed in my duty as a manager. In summary, you need sufficient confidence and strict adherence to the rules. At least for now, they don't have the authority to demolish the theater. As long as you double down on that point and force them to concede it, you'll gain an advantage.
Alright, got it.
I've seen many situations like this before. The academia sure likes to get its nose into everyone's business. While you prepare for the debate, I will also prepare the
Entonces no nos
theater
vas
for
a
the
dar ninguna
potential
idea.
aftermath. It's best to prepare for the worst outcome. Once you're done chatting, do me a favor and tell our customers that we're canceling all of our shows.
Do we really have to?
Right now, no one's in the right frame of mind to perform. I have to consider both our staff and our customers. This is the only way. Nilou, you are incredible. With your talent and youth, you had the least to lose out of all of us. And yet you were still the first to take a stand.
I've never thought about leaving your theater, Mr. Zubair. I truly love this place, and I want to keep dancing here. I also want to keep dancing with everyone else.
You're becoming more and more like her.
Lore, ¿más a quién? Parecerse más a quién. Venga, algo, dame algo, dame algo. ¿Más a quién? Parecerse más a quién.
My teacher. She was an excellent dancer, but she's retired now. If we have time later, I'd be happy to tell you more about her.
Qué decepcionante. Perdón, me he emocionado por un momento pensando que iba a haber algo de Lore, de yo que sé, su madre muerta o algo. Perdón, ha sido algo puntual, ¿vale? Ha sido un momentito, pero bueno, yo que sé, venga.
I've gained a whole new level of respect for you. Inaya was right. It's true that I couldn't bear to bring down Nilou. It wasn't out of pity or anything, though. I just felt like I didn't have the right to say anything. After all, Nilou was the one who bravely stepped up and proposed to fight back. I didn't have that kind of courage or initiative. I'd be a terrible person if I spoke badly of Nilou without doing anything to help.
Quieres decir como la otra, ¿no?
She knows better than any of us how difficult this path will be.
Le acaba de tirar una pullita a la otra diciendo: ya me jodería a mí hablar mal de Nilou sin tener nada que aportar. Bro.
I didn't expect you all to challenge the academia. That reminded me of my younger years. Back then, I feared nothing and no one, and I was always charging into the most dangerous of places. I can't do things like that anymore, but those were some of the best times of my life.
Sorry. If the theater really ends up getting demolished, then you, Sorin, and Abi will all...
It's all right. There's no need to think such heavy thoughts. Even if the building gets demolished, its people will still all be here. Have faith in the resilience of an adventurer. We can always figure something out.
But won't you have regrets if things just come to an abrupt end? It'd be like when you were forced to stop adventuring.
Ah, so that's what you were worrying about. Relax. I've had a lot of experience with regret. Things are painful at first, but as they say, time heals all wounds.
Bueno, a ver.
Look at us now. Serene and Abi are happy. And Serene has also just passed his theater exam. He can start acting soon.
LOL, ¿ya?
He was thrilled because he can soon perform on the same stage as you. We wouldn't be here if it weren't for our past struggles. And would Serene have become a happier person?
Shorin es...
That's hard to say.
Ay, perdón. Shorin es la misma niña que antes ha hecho vamos a ganarles no sé qué, pium, pium, pium. ¿Os dais cuenta de que alguien que... O sea, perdón, de que una niña que está en esa edad mental igual no... Igual trabajar ya no lo pilla bien, ¿eh? O sea, igual hay algo... Igual hay algo que no cuadra, ¿eh? Espera, ¿tiene eso algo de sentido teniendo en cuenta que yo hago cosas similares? ¿Me estoy insultando ahora mismo? ¿Me estoy insultando a mí mismo? No, es la sociedad la que está equivocada.
Are you trying to make us feel better?
Yes, but I truly do mean what I say. Being here at the theater has taught me an important lesson. The most important thing about an experience is how you choose to interpret it. I can choose to believe that my life ended with my husband's death. Or I can choose to believe that it was a blessing in disguise for Serene and Abi. Similarly, even if this theater disappears, a new beginning might just be around the corner.
Perdón. Acaba de decir que puede pensar que se muriese su marido eres una bendición. Acaba de decir que puede ser una bendición oculta que se le haya muerto el marido. ¿O lo estoy entendiendo mal? Porque creo que acaba de decir que su marido se haya muerto es algo bueno. Colega, Ricardo, ¿qué cojones te pasa?
Good and bad are all human-made concepts. It all depends on
Sí que lo ha superado ya, parece, ¿eh? No había problema en que hablásemos de ello antes.
Nilou, I know how important Zubair Theater is to you. But you don't have to be so nervous. We're all here with you. The theater won't go down so easily.
Thank you, Miss Raykar.
No need to thank me. If anything, you inspired me with your bravery. You might have what it takes to become an excellent adventurer.
De las mejores. No habrá ningún problema. De las mejores.
You're too kind. All right, I gotta cheer up.
Esto es foreshadowing de que se va a venir a hacer aventuras con nosotros.
I feel a lot better.
Normalmente cuando un personaje sale, bueno, en la misión, no sé qué, y sale en el banner y tal, su misión dice, si quieres puedes avisarme si pasa cualquier cosa, pero Nilou acaba de decir que no tiene ninguna intención de dejar el teatro. Y ya sabemos que va a venirse de aventuras con nosotros. A ver, no es canon, ¿vale? Obviamente no es canon esto de que venga siempre con nosotros, en caso de que lo tengáis en la parte y tal. Pero sí que viene de aventuras con nosotros, ¿no? Así que no sé muy bien cómo va a cuadrar esto con eso de no dejar el teatro. O sea, es como un poco problemático, ¿no? Está como muy ocupada siempre. Peor que Ganju o quien sea.
Good. My children and I will be cheering you on at the debate.
Ella ahí debatiendo y los niños, ¡venga, Nilou! ¡Dile algo inteligente! ¡Vamos! ¡Vamos! ¿Sabes? He acertado. Bueno.
Paimon doesn't really want to talk to him.
Oh.
So, you've already developed some prejudices against me. And to think, I was just about to put forward a suggestion.
Este es quien más sentido tiene que hablemos.
I will listen to that.
Although, I know not if you have a new answer to my previous question. Now seems like an appropriate time to revisit it. What do you think is the meaning of art?
Oh, this again?
We probably do need to tackle this question if we want to prove the value of the arts. I don't know how to explain it, but all I know is that when my performance makes the audience happy, I also become very happy. Does that count as a meaning?
You answered him so seriously. Careful, Nilou. This guy's ramblings never make any sense.
No, la verdad es que tiene bastante sentido lo que dice, pero
No.
simplemente es muy
Nilou's answer far surpasses yours.
personal.
And it is close to my own. The meaning of art comes not from its creators, but from its audience.
Esto es literalmente lo que he
In
dicho
other
antes.
words,
Jaja.
only art that can be appreciated by others will impart its essence and value upon the minds of its audience. This is something that the academia can never understand.
Parece que tú también has vivido muchas experiencias.
I once pursued the mastery of art, much like how a researcher would chase wisdom and knowledge. However, the more of a connoisseur I became, the less I felt I understood. I
Suele
began
pasar.
to question
Eso
what
es
it
bastante
truly
normal.
meant for art to be understood at all. I found that I could comprehend even the most complex and sophisticated of works, and yet somehow that provided me with little solace. I remained even perplexed about this conundrum until I visited this theater and watched one of Nilou's performances.
It was that life-changing?
Everyone here had a joyous part in the overall experience. The actors upon the stage basked in the love of their audience, while those in the house immersed themselves in the wondrous ambiance. In all honesty, from a purely critical point of view, the performances here are exceedingly average.
Hey, don't say something like that.
But what bewildered me was how, despite the performance's middling quality, they captivated their whole audience. They captivated even me. I realized then that I had walked the wrong road. The mastery of art was never what I truly
Eres muy
wanted.
pesado,
I left the so-called frontiers of artistic research and came to this theater. For this is where I can finally find what I seek. Art will no longer be a castle in the sky. Whether it be inspiring or entertaining, art must be appreciated by others to confer value. If art cannot accomplish that, then it is meaningless.
When you put it that way,
¿Lo has entendido?
Mr. Zubair and I refused to follow the Academia's orders to change our shows for a similar reason. To put it simply, we were afraid that our shows would lose their meaning if people couldn't understand them.
I once stood in the spotlight, but I relinquished fame and acclaim for the freedom I enjoy today.
Creo que me hace falta saber si el debate va a ser público o no, porque los niños, bueno, los niños, perdón, la aventurera esta de los niños, la madre de los niños esa, ha dicho que va a apoyarnos durante el debate, o sea que eso significa que va a ser público, ¿vale? Eso para empezar va a ser público. Pero de la forma en la que lo está diciendo, ¿vale? Se me hace raro pensar que puedan debatir a un mismo nivel, ¿vale? Porque la gente que va a estar escuchando el debate no va a tener el mismo nivel académico o intelectual, como queréis ponerlo, al mismo tiempo. Y no puede hablarle al tontopollas este, al que quiere demoler el teatro, de la misma forma que hablarías para convencer a tu audiencia, ¿vale? Así que me sorprendería que puedan hacer un balance entre que se pueda explicar Nilou para convencer al otro y que pueda hablar para que la audiencia lo entienda. No lo veo. No lo veo.
I care not for where my feet may take me next. But Nilou, you need to remember one thing. You already stand upon the finest stage there is, and that is a rare gift that should never be taken for granted. You cannot give it up, not even to the academia.
Madre mía, cómo apoya este, ¿eh? Qué potencia de apoyo.
Words of encouragement, Mr. Kasani.
Dust the cobwebs away from the eyes of those scholars.
You really seem to care a lot about the theater.
Sí, eso es verdad. Eso es innegable.
Once you get to know him, you'll realize that he's actually a big softie at heart.
Básicamente acaba de decir que se mueran los viejos, ¿no? Un poco también.
Wow. Paimon didn't think he had that in him at all.
Ya, igual es porque 2 conversaciones no valen para conocer a un personaje de absolutamente nada. A ver, ¿estos quiénes son? ¿Qué pasa?
You're here. Is the theater actually closing?
Probablemente.
He's been worried sick for a while now. He wouldn't stop talking the whole way back.
Hey, you two.
What exactly happened? Did someone come down from the academia?
¿De quién si no?
Yes. He told us that we have to shut down the theater within 30 days, and that it's going to be demolished.
What the heck? That came with no warning.
They're messing with us again.
Don't tell me you'll have to listen to him.
Come on. You know the answer to that.
Yeah, it is a direct order from the academia.
Y...
There's no need to worry, though. I'm preparing for a public debate with the academia. If I win, we might be able to overturn things and change their minds.
Really? That's terrific. You have my full support, no doubt about that.
Mine too. So what was their excuse anyway? They still not a fan of the theater's programs?
Yeah, something like that.
Good thing they have the power to make rash
Es por
decisions
la hija,
about
¿no?
things they
O
don't
sea,
even understand.
no quiere
huh?
decir que es por la hija, pero es
Yeah,
por la
they
hija.
need to touch more grass, not books.
Exactly. They want to look down
Touch
on
some
us.
grass. Bueno, vale, eso no me lo
We'll look
esperaba,
down
¿vale?
on them
Perdón.
first.
Don't worry. Everyone here has your back. The academia's recklessness won't get them any praise.
Right. They might think that some forms of knowledge are more valuable than others, but everyone can equally appreciate art. If they don't believe that, send them my way. I got them beat on this subject.
Maybe you can prepare some questions on the details of dance performance to make things harder for them at the debate.
Sounds like a good idea. Maybe that's something I should do.
Ignore him. He's joking. Just do things your way.
No,
matter what,
está bien.
we will
Es una buena
always
pregunta.
support you.
Lo importante es que no se lo
Thank you all
esperen.
so much. Your understanding and support make me feel a lot better.
There are always more solutions than problems. If you need help during the debate, just shout and the entire Grand Bazaar will be at your beck and call.
Gotta show them who has the people's support.
I feel like the pieces are starting to fall into place. Let's head back to the theater and organize our thoughts.
Yo no lo creo. No me parece que hayamos sacado nada en
Inaya
claro.
should also be back soon.
No me parece que hayamos resuelto nada, ni adivinado nada, ni sacado ninguna idea de todo esto. O sea, nos han animado, nos han dado ánimos, pero poco más, ¿eh? La visión está siendo aburridísima. O sea, vuelvo a reiterar lo que digo. Mi opinión no está cambiando para nada en nada de lo que está ocurriendo.
Abby, have you seen Miss Inaya?
No, Miss Nilou. Miss Inaya isn't back yet.
Igual el padre lo ha atrapado o algo.
Wasn't she just passing on a message? Does she really need this much time?
¿Será que ha vuelto a pelearse con su padre? A ver, lo más probable, no ha ido a hablar con él. Y hablar con tu padre significa pelearte con él. Ya has visto lo fácil que has saltado.
Oh no. Traveler, Paimon, I think I've messed up big time. What if Inaya never planned to come back?
Que poco confías en tu colega, ¿no? ¿Qué quieres decir?
It's just a gut feeling, but knowing her, she probably feels like she's completely responsible for what happened.
Ah, ¿ves? Eso sí tiene
She
sentido.
probably thinks that all of this happened because she was staying here.
Oh, right. As soon as her father showed up, she said that her father was targeting her. So she's felt like that this whole time.
She has a long-standing conflict with her father. That's why she ran away from home. She doesn't think that we can win the debate, and she doesn't want to implicate us. So she thought leaving was the best thing to do.
Se veía venir ya, ¿no? O sea, no es ninguna sorpresa esto, ¿verdad? O sea, así que cuando aceptó entregar el mensaje, cuando estuvo de acuerdo con lo del debate, nunca estuvo de acuerdo con el debate.
She
Sí.
just quietly left afterward.
Es demasiado dura consigo mismo, nadie debería cargar con la culpa.
Exactly. She's being too pessimistic. How will you know if you don't try? Anyway, first things first. We have to get her back.
But where should we start? Sumeru is huge.
No sabemos dónde está su casa. Nilou la sacó de allí, ¿no?
Outside the city.
Debemos salir de la ciudad, venga. Va.
Before I brought her to Zubair Theater, she was staying at a remote campsite. She got a fever from drinking unclean water, so I carried her back.
Creo que lo he entendido mal. Yo lo que he pensado que ha hecho es ir a su casa, o sea, volver a su casa para que su padre no demuela el sitio este, pero no irse de aquí. Irse de aquí no me parece ninguna solución, la verdad. O sea, solo no va a estar aquí, pero el padre va a seguir teniendo tirria porque es aquí donde huyó por primera vez, ¿no? O sea, ¿qué va a
If
dar?
she has nowhere else to go after leaving the theater, she might go back and strike out on her own again.
Then let's go take a look.
Yes, let's hurry.
Venga. Uy. ¿Puedo TP? Qué lejos, sí. He cambiado de disco duro, así que es bastante probable de que las pantallas de carga os vayan a parecer mucho más largas que antes, ¿vale? O sea, es que no lo veo. O sea, no veo forma de poder mantener este juego en el disco duro principal. Es que ya pesa como 60 y pico gigas, ¿vale? 66 gigas, quitando los archivos de audio de otros idiomas y demás. No puedo con ello. A ver. Hola, buenas. Ay, ¿tienes su casa ya montada y todo? Mira tú, qué bien.
There are signs that someone had stayed here very recently.
But we can't confirm if it was Inaya or not. Let's take a look around first.
¿Eh?
Did you hear that?
Están matando un león. ¿Será Inaya?
I heard it too. Let's investigate.
Venga, está pasando algo. Igual ahora podemos pelear con Nilou. ¡Podemos pelear con Nilou! Vale, venía por aquí.
It sounds like we're getting closer. The voice is coming from over there.
Yo lo escucho por aquí.
Yes, we're almost there.
Para allá. ¡Ey!
It's Inaya! She's being attacked by wild animals!
Uy.
Inaya, don't be scared. We're coming to help.
¿Ya está? Vale, vienen más. Uy, espérate, es que no sé muy bien cómo funciona, ¿vale? No sé muy bien cómo funciona, ¿vale? Estoy tratando de comprenderla, pero hace como cosas raras. ¿Qué tiene, por cierto? Vamos a mirar los estatus que tiene. Tiene su arma, ¿vale? Refinada, o sea, sin refinamiento, perdón. Dios mío, sube muchísima vida esta mierda. Su arma está muy rota, incluso para personajes que no son ella, porque es que sube la maestría de todos según su vida, y el arma sube vida. O sea que cualquier personaje que use este arma y tenga, yo que sé, una vida relativamente alta en base, o sea, es como muchísima mierda, ¿no? Definitiva. La E tiene dos modos. Si pulsan muchas veces, la E acaba poniéndose un arma alrededor. Muchas veces. ¿Cómo lo hago? A ver. Pulsar muchas veces, que se me pone con TDE cuando la pulso una vez. ¡Ah! ¡Que tiene combo! ¡Que tiene combo! ¡Que tiene combo! Oh. Bueno, me lo he cargado.
Thank you. There weren't so many big animals in this area before.
Hay que usarlas
They chased
4
after me
veces
for a
para
long
que...
time.
Vale. Hay que usar 4
Sorry.
veces concretamente.
I'm causing trouble for you again.
Why did you leave by yourself? You really don't think we have a chance at winning the debate?
No. I just thought it would take too much effort. Everything happened because of me.
Too much effort, en fin.
If I'm gone, then the situation will resolve itself.
Pero todo el mundo está trabajando duro.
Yeah,
A ver.
everyone's working together towards a happier ending. No one should be singled out for blame.
It's all right if it's me. As long as the theater won't get demolished. You guys are the kindest people I've ever met. You shouldn't suffer so much because of me.
Listen to me, Inaya. Even if you were the reason that all of this happened, no one would blame you. Mr. Zubair said that
he
you're
conseguido un
one of
drop.
us, So that means we will protect you. No matter what happens, we'll stand as one.
Nilou, there will always be a victim. Whether it's me or the theater. You can't eat your cake and have it too.
¿Eh?
You can't win a debate against the academia. Especially since your opponent will be my father.
Tiene cero confianza en su colega, ¿eh? O sea, pero cero, 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 cero súper negativo. ¿Por qué estás tan segura de eso?
My father is an extremely demanding man.
Wow, y el mío, eso no lo hace más
He's always
inteligente,
wanted
colega.
me to become an exceptional researcher and his academic successor. I tried my best to meet his expectations and did everything I could.
¿Y?
But he still wasn't satisfied. Or rather, he had just never been satisfied with me.
Same, bro.
I'm
¿Y?
no genius. But whenever he berated me, it was always as if he was asking me, why aren't you a genius? Yeah, like I'd know.
No sé, mala
So
educación,
that's why you
supongo.
ran away from home?
At first, I thought the father would slowly come to terms with reality. But he just wouldn't stop berating me. For one exam, I earned the 3rd highest score. I thought that all my hard work had finally paid off.
¿La tercera? ¿Qué
That I
mierda?
could
Tiene que ser la
finally
primera.
make father feel some modicum of joy. I even used the embroidery skills I learned at school to make a commemorative gift for him. I thought, even this daughter can make her father happy sometimes. Right?
Venga, pon el pero.
I see. When we were embroidering your gift before, I didn't feel like you were new at it.
Yeah. Sorry for not bringing it up. These are not pleasant memories for me. I was tired of him yelling at me every day. All I wanted was to see him smile at me. But he was more angry than ever before once I'd given him my embroidery and told him my score. He flung my present to the side. You think you should be proud of 3rd place? Reflect on why you weren't first. I forgot how long I'd cried for. I only remember my parents arguing. My mother also thought he went overboard. They argued for such a long time.
Sí que tardó, ¿no?
My father eventually stormed out and slammed the door behind him. I didn't get a single sentence of apology or any words of comfort. I've completely given up. We're destined to never understand each other.
How horrible!
Sí, tu padre es horrible.
I don't think you can beat him in a debate. Because he doesn't even understand what kind of place a theater is.
A ver, yo te pillo, veo por dónde vas. La cosa es que, según lo que estás diciendo, tu padre no es muy listo. O sea, entiendo que tenga cero empatía, cero inteligencia emocional, cero lo que tú quieras, pero eso no lo hace mejor para un debate. O sea, vale que no entienda por qué lugar es un teatro, pero puede comprender su valor. No le hace falta entender que un teatro es X o que es Y. Eso importa una mierda. Solo necesita saber el valor que tiene que haya un teatro. Es la única, es el principal motivo de que este debate tenga alguna forma de salir adelante. No me has dicho absolutamente nada que tenga que ver con lo que te he preguntado. ¿Por qué crees que no puede ganar el debate? No me has dicho nada de que tu padre sea el más inteligente, sea muy cabezón. Me has dicho que tiene altas expectativas. ¿Y qué? ¿Qué tiene eso que ver con lo que te estoy diciendo? O sea, no hay ningún motivo de los que me has contado para decirme que el debate no pueda funcionar. O sea, que no pueda intentar hacerle entender, o por lo menos ver que tiene cierto valor el teatro. No necesita entender el arte. Yo no entiendo el arte, yo no entiendo una mierda de arte, pero entiendo que un cuadro puede valer caro dependiendo de quién lo pinte, por ejemplo. De que ciertos colores alegran la vista o lo que sea, ¿cómo se dice? De que aumentan la moral, por ejemplo. de que ciertas imágenes inspiran, ¿vale? Yo puedo entender eso, aunque no me produzcan esa sensación a mí, yo puedo entender que sea una capacidad del propio arte, ¿vale? En cuanto al, dependiendo de quién lo vea, ¿no? Y no me has dicho nada de eso de tu padre. Lo que me estás diciendo ahora mismo es una confirmación de que lo único por lo que estás haciendo esto es porque le tienes miedo a tu padre. Es el único motivo, es lo único que me estás diciendo. No me estás diciendo que no pueda funcionar porque tu padre X. Me estás diciendo que no crees que pueda funcionar porque tu padre ha sido muy estricto. Que no es lo mismo. O sea, no sé si se ha parado a pensarlo siquiera.
He can never understand the relationship performers have with their audience. His life is devoid of camaraderie or
Y no
friendship.
necesita hacerlo. No
He just
necesita
wants everything
entenderlo.
to happen according to his wishes, as if the world revolves around him. What we cherish, our little place in this world, means nothing to him.
It sounds like your past has had a huge impact on you.
Sí, lo que yo he dicho.
I understand now, Inaya. But when we were preparing for the debate, I heard something quite wise. Maybe it'll help you.
Va a decir mi frase. Uf, Dios, es que no me acuerdo de qué me han dicho. ¿Qué me estás contando? Uf. Cuestión de Kasani.
Art must first be appreciated by others to confer value.
Es la que más me va. Creo que es la que más me va.
The most important thing about an experience is how you choose to interpret it.
Creo que esta es la correcta. Voy a elegirla.
Miss Raykar has gone through a lot in her life, but she told us that she's very happy to live at the theater now. Although she ran into misfortune, it led her down a new path in life. She sees
No me
that as
esperaba
a
ver esto,
blessing.
Gora, la verdad.
She told me that the most important thing about an experience is how you choose to interpret it.
Interpret it?
I can sympathize with your unhappiness at home, but after you ran away, you ended up at the theater and became one of us. Those unhappy experiences allowed you to really cherish your bonds with everyone, and also gave you the opportunity to become friends with us. Don't let your past suffering keep you from the new life that you've worked so hard to find.
Oh.
Let the past stay in the past.
No tienes que seguir culpándote. Este es tu nuevo comienzo. Su nuevo comienzo fue hace ya tiempo, pero sí. Este es el
When
nuevo
I
comienzo.
ran away from home, I swore that I would leave my family conflicts behind. But you're right. All I'm doing now is falling right back into it.
Maybe you'll disappoint him, but that doesn't matter. You have a new future waiting for you. Don't let go of the answer you've worked so hard to find.
That's right. If we put our heads together, there's bound to be a way.
No va a ser tan fácil.
You're
Bueno, no
right.
debería ser tan fácil hacerla
There's
entender
nothing
esto.
to be afraid of. I'm not trying to meet his expectations. So why should I give up because of him? I can't afford to lose anything more. We have to win. The debate will not only protect Zubair Theater, but also allow me to settle things with Father.
Bueno, vale, se la toma muy personal de ahora, pero bueno, correcto.
That's the spirit.
Let's go. I'll tell my father about the debate.
Ah, todavía no se lo has
I
dicho.
know him very well, even if he looks down on us.
Pensaba que se lo iba a decir e
I know
irse.
how to make him
pero bueno,
accept.
All
que no.
right, let's go.
Venga. Vamos todos juntitos. Ay, perdón. El drop. Ay. No sé si esta vez son más o menos primos. Voy a teletransportarme mejor, ¿verdad? Sí, mejor me teletransporto. ¿Cerrado por derribo ponía en este de la misión? Un momento, quiero leerlo. Cerrado por derribo, sí.
Well, I'm off to meet with him. Please wait here for me.
Venga.
Okay, looking forward to your good news. That should be everything. The only thing left to do now is to wait until the debate. I'm not sure why, but I'm getting nervous again.
Quizá porque ahora está más cerca.
Great, Nilou. Your words won over Inaya.
Ah, es de una práctica para el debate.
And you get an easy win.
Bueno, pues ya sabemos cómo va a ser el
Thanks for
debate.
that, Paimon. But I still feel like it'll be an uphill battle. I need to be calmer, cooler, and more collected.
Ellos son los que están siendo irracionales.
Yeah. I'm acting as everyone's representative, so I'll need to act brave, even if I won't feel like it.
Venga, todavía hay un problema sin resolver.
What's left?
¿Por qué existe el teatro?
What a strange question. Isn't a theater just a theater? Why would it need to be anything else?
Wait. You're not asking what the theater does, but what it is. Let me think. How can I put this?
No ha preguntado por el arte, ha preguntado por el teatro, concretamente.
Everyone is free to appreciate art. No form of art is inherently superior.
El valor de la existencia del teatro.
Got it. When we were trying to find a way to save the theater, we heard many stories not of the theater, but of the people whose lives have been touched by it. Zubair Theater is our reason for coming together. It connects us all in unique ways. In other words, it's like a bond.
A bond?
The theater provides money for Miss Raykar and her children, inspiration for Mr. Kasani, and enjoyment for the people of the Great Bazaar.
Ahora estás hablando como tienes que hablar. Bien, ahora sí lo estás diciendo bien.
It has brought us together after taking care of every single one of us.
Llevo diciéndolo desde aproximadamente hace una hora y media, pero bien. Vamos por el buen camino.
Many more people will come to the theater and receive its blessing, and we'll all be there for them. Our warm, welcoming community will show them the same kindness we were shown in the past. Aside from the delivery of performances, isn't this another reason for Zubair Theater's continued existence?
Yeah, that makes sense. We definitely felt that warmth during the preparations for the event. But Paimon doesn't see how this will help in the debate.
¿Por qué no lo entiendes? Ese debe ser su punto débil. Y Naya dijo que a su padre no le importan las relaciones interpersonales.
Oh, gotcha! No matter how strong an opponent is, they'll have to go on the defensive if pressed on a weak point.
I feel like that's another prong in our attack. Thank you so much.
Paimon also feels a lot more relieved. Let's show him what we got!
Sorry for the wait. I'm back.
Hola.
Things went a lot more smoothly than I expected. It didn't take long for him to accept the debate.
¿Qué esperabas que ocurriese?
And it's
El
set
ego
for 2 days
funciona
from
muy
now.
bien.
Why are you all smiling so much? Did something good happen?
Que vamos a hacer un debate, ¿no? Eso es algo bueno, creo.
We realized that your dad might not be as scary as we had thought.
We just finished our prep. Rest easy. It will all turn out well.
Es curioso que tanto en los videojuegos como en la vida real, los debates siempre hacen que todo sea mucho más aburrido, ¿verdad? A mí me parece curioso, es una buena analogía.
We have to
Lo dice el
win.
que hace la analogía.
No, we will win, Inaya.
Fingers crossed.
Venga, hay que esperar 2 días, ¿no? Lo vamos a hacer en el teatro. Hablo con ellas.
Everything is ready.
I hope I'll actually be able to get some sleep over the next 2 nights.
Seguro que sí. Vale. 2 días para que comience el debate, a las 15 y 18. Venga, 15 a 18, perdón. 15. Ay. La misión es aburridísima. Veo por dónde va, ¿vale? O sea, yo entiendo de qué va el rollo. Entiendo que haga falta hacer ciertas cosas para presentar a los que están en el teatro, presentar cómo funciona la cabeza de la tonta esta, la hija, ¿no? Para presentar que Nilou no es tan tonta ni tan inofensiva como parece ser y tal, pero creo que se alarga demasiado. Todas las misiones últimamente se están alargando demasiado. O sea, le meten muchísimo relleno y queda horrible. Hace que sea súper aburrido.
We did a lot of...
Continúa, por favor. Han hecho mucho, se ha cortado, bueno, yo qué sé. Últimamente todas estas misiones son muy poco dinámicas, no tienen nada de interesante. Cuando pones en juego lo que está pasando, o sea, cuando pones en resumen lo que está pasando, ¿qué puedo contar? Que van a demoler el teatro y vamos a tener un debate con un señor muy listo, porque eso es todo lo que ha pasado. O sea, metes por en medio que la hija del que va a hacer el debate ha huido y ya está.
Hello and welcome everyone. I am Safwan, a scholar from the academia, and I will serve as this debate's adjudicator. I swear to judge both parties with the utmost wisdom and impartiality. I will neither interfere with the proceedings nor demonstrate bias. I ask for both parties to stand. May the Dendro Archon also serve as a witness to this duel of wits.
¿Estará por aquí Najida? No, ¿no?
Since you so desperately demand an explanation, I will expound on the Academia's stance. You may have misunderstood us from the outset and believe that the Academia is prejudiced against you.
No, solo creemos que
However,
tú lo tienes.
the truth is that the Academia wishes for every resident of Sumeru to be afforded opportunities to grow and cultivate their wisdom. Therefore, the works they consume should also possess enlightening qualities and intellectual value.
Hay muchos tipos de inteligencia. ¿Sabías eso, si quieres?
We have failed to identify these qualities in the shows performed at Zubair Theater. In other words, instead of struggling against the Academia in pointless confrontations, if you had spent your time reflecting on improving the quality of your shows and enlightening your audience, Zubair Theater would not be today facing such a tragic fate.
Pero sí que lo hacen.
Aggressive from the get-go. He's really putting on the pressure. Can Nilou stand her ground?
La mía están comentando el
Calm
debate.
down,
En fin.
Nilou. First, carefully analyze what he said.
Básicamente ha dicho que no se lo toman en serio y que no
He
tratan
said
de
that
hacerlo
we were
mejor.
shut down not because the academia looks down on the arts, but rather because our shows aren't up to their standards. However,
Uf. La opinión de la gente.
everyone is free to appreciate art. No form of art is inherently superior.
Podría ser esta, debido a que todo el mundo tiene, o sea, todo el mundo tiene una interpretación del arte, pero no me parece que lo sea.
Everyone is free to appreciate
No,
art.
perdón. Es que no le había dado.
Mr. Zubair has been meticulously managing the theater. Everything checks out.
Art must first be appreciated by others to confer value.
Estoy entre estas dos ahora mismo. ¿Cuál es la última?
The most important thing about an experience.
No, eso no. Estoy entre estas dos, ¿eh?
Mr. Zubair has been meticulously managing the theater.
Todo está en orden. Esta.
Don't think that would make.
¿Esta?
Don't think that would make.
No tiene nada. Vale.
The theater carries everyone's feelings and serves as the bond.
No me parece que eso pinte nada.
Naya really wants to win. Everyone is free to appreciate art.
Pues esta es la única que me queda.
In your eyes, our shows can't meet the academia's expectations. Shouldn't it be the audience who decides if a show is intellectual or enlightening? Why is someone from the academia judging that? Also, I believe that there is no such thing as a wiser or more enlightening performance. Art doesn't discriminate, and it appeals to all. Everyone has the right to appreciate art.
Appreciation is but a primitive form of satisfaction. Guidance and enlightenment are necessary if we are to induce growth in the performers as well as the audience. This stance holds performers to a higher standard and encourages the development of the arts. If all performances are simple-minded, require little effort to comprehend, and lack any impetus for the betterment of society, then the people will not be able to develop a greater level of artistic understanding.
Entonces estás queriendo decir que comprendes a la perfección todo
Understanding
el teatro.
requires a long and arduous process, and guiding this process is the academia's true goal.
He changed the topic without batting an eye. Good thing I'm prepared. If I remember correctly, what I should say here is...
A ver.
Mr. Zubair has been meticulous...
No.
Art must first be appreciated by others.
Creo que ya se me ha olvidado lo que me ha dicho.
Someone at our theater has tried that before. He was a famed artist, but he recognized that very few people could connect with his works. I agree that art should be enlightening, but we can't pursue that goal by creating complicated works. If a work can't tap into an audience's personal experiences or feelings, then its contents may as well be a castle in the sky. What's the point of performing a show that its audience can't even follow? That would only be forcing people to watch something they don't like.
You can only reach that conclusion from a place of ignorance.
In that case, before passing judgment, you should first become a better dancer than me.
You tell them, Nilou.
Looks like he's backed himself into a corner.
As the party
Acaba de decir, es que no
burden
tiene ni
of
puta idea,
proof,
por eso no lo
Sharif
entiende.
has failed to provide sufficient support for his judgment of the quality of Zubair Theater's programs. Likewise, the definition that Nilou put forth is but her personal opinion. Neither party is the victor for this particular point of contention. Additionally, I must request that both parties exercise greater control on their emotions.
Keep it up, Nilou! You're doing great!
In that case, I shall speak of more concrete
Un poco
matters.
random, perdón.
The essence of this issue is that you have violated the law, so you must now pay the price for your transgression. This course of action is also completely procedurally sound. We have already contacted Zubair Theater multiple times regarding the theater's repertoire. However, you have consciously ignored our warnings, or perhaps your compliance was purely superficial. Regardless, that failure has indirectly led to the present day's proceedings.
That is indeed so, according to the laws decreed by the Academia.
Las leyes no tienen por qué estar
Talking
bien.
about procedural stuff, so I need to focus on...
No sé cómo seguir esto.
Art must first be appreciated.
No.
The most important thing about an experience is...
Mr. Zubair has been meticulously managing the theater.
Esta podría ser, pero no me cuadra.
Everyone is free to appreciate art.
Nada.
Inaya really wants to win. She doesn't want to lose anything else because of her painful past.
Esto también sería, pero no tiene mucho sentido, la verdad.
The theater carries everyone's feelings and serves as the bond that connects us all.
Estoy entre estas tres. Es que no me parece que nada de lo que tengo sea una buena forma de rebatirlo. Es que literalmente estamos haciendo algo ilegal, así que es complicado rebatir algo así.
I need to rethink things.
Nada.
I need to rethink things.
Venga, Jeke.
Mr. Zubair has already provided signed copies of all documentation related to our operations. Everything is perfectly filled out and valid. Although the theater's performances don't align with the Academia's requests, the law doesn't say that Zubair Theater can be demolished only because of that reason. Demolition notices need to be provided in writing and made available to the public. Otherwise, the theater can continue to operate as long as its license is valid. Failing to follow these rules makes your stance procedurally unsound.
Yeah! Yeah!
Yeah!
That's right!
Ah, Sorin es el
There
niño.
are
Vale.
different ways to apply the rules. There is precedent for this. So long as this matter is discussed within the Academia, this course of action will come to pass.
Looking at the past 27 cases of similar nature, 90% of them support Sharif's claim and position. However, the demolition process in those cases was only started after discussion at the Academia. In other words, premature notice of demolition is indeed a rash act.
That's more than enough. We've proven that the order is unreasonable as it currently stands.
Cease your futile resistance.
Ha perdido.
Nilou's definitely won this point, right?
Casi 2 horas de stream y casi 2 horas aburriéndome. Su adversario va a lanzar un contraataque. ¿Ha pasado algo ya? Estamos debatiendo. Si eso te quiere decir algo.
You're right. Stay
Que no.
focused, Nilou.
Even if permission for demolition has yet to be obtained, it is a fact that your performances violated the Academia's policies on numerous occasions. Based on that fact, we can permanently revoke your right to perform in Sumeru.
Más o menos, la verdad.
Under the current system, it is indeed possible to immediately revoke Zubair Theater's performing rights.
That's a thing?
Este es su plan B.
Rather than protecting
Estamos
Zubair
comentando
Theater,
también el debate.
I surmise that your true intention is to maintain your hold over your audience and their patronage as your source of income. Without them, Zubair Theater is nothing more than an empty building. And without its performances, the theater has nothing else of value.
What you said isn't true at all.
Acabas de perder.
Keep it cool, Nilou.
Te está provocando a propósito.
Right. I need to keep calm, but he... Just a little more. Zubair Theater isn't just a performance venue to us.
Venga, otra puerta. Venga.
The theater carries everyone's feeling.
Esta va a ser.
Zubair Theater isn't simply a performance venue to us. It means more.
Esto es lo que me
than
refería.
that.
Estamos haciendo el
It's
debate
been
para
our
que
home for a
lo
long time.
convencer a la gente,
Miss
no entre
Raker can't
nosotros.
go on adventures anymore, but she has found a stable career and a new life at the theater. Her son, Soren, has already passed his theater exam, and he'll soon
No era el
be
de
our
la Pium
newest
Pium, era el
member.
otro. Me he confundido.
Mr. Kasani found a new way to look at art. He decided to stay at the theater to watch us grow. Mr. Farhad and Mr. Hushang visit even when there isn't a show going on, and they always tell us lots of entertaining stories. Even Inaya wants to stay with us, and she's starting to look forward to a new future. Zubair Theater exists for them, for every single one of us.
Perhaps Zubair Theater has provided you with a multitude of positive emotions and experiences. However, you have misconstrued something, young miss.
A ver.
The interpersonal relationships you speak of were established upon normal theater operations. Sheikh Zubair operates the theater for his livelihood. His employees work for their wages, and the audience comes to enjoy performances. Relationships are merely a byproduct in this exchange of interests. They may be pleasant.
Acabas de hacer un
captivating,
punto
but they
contra
can
tu propio
only ever
argumento.
be
No sé si te das cuenta,
secondary.
colega.
When scholars collaborate to solve difficult problems, we freely share our knowledge and resources with one another as if we were all kin.
No. No.
However,
Simplemente no.
this collaboration ends after the results of our work are published. The reason is simple. We are scholars, and there are new projects that await our attention.
He really doesn't think much of relationships. Paimon also thinks he did a lot of prep. He's been solid as a rock.
Bueno, a ver, se ha
Sharif's
bajado de
argument
otro
is
momento.
currently the more persuasive of the two for this point of contention. The continuance of the interpersonal relationships Nilou spoke of remains hypothetical before the theater's demolition, whereas the situation that Sharif described has been well documented at the Academia. The Academia has made significant academic contributions, in no small part due to its researchers' efficiency and ability to compartmentalize.
Oh no, what should we do? Things are going in the opposite direction.
Tal vez es una trampa de Nilou.
A setup?
No lo veo.
So Nilou's got him?
Puede ser, pero no lo veo. La verdad, yo no soy lo bastante listo para
He
entenderlo.
said what he said. The next argument could decide this debate. But is this really the best thing to do? It might be too cruel to Inaya.
Cruel. No nos queda otra, así que...
Inaya really wants to win. She doesn't want to lose anything else because of her past.
Venga.
She already agreed to this. She wants to win, no matter what. Me too. Mr. Sharif believes that interpersonal relationships are a byproduct of working towards a goal. Once that goal is achieved or abandoned, those relationships would have no more reason to continue. Then, if someone has failed to live up to his expectations...
If someone has failed to live up to your expectations and ran away from home, then she shouldn't be your daughter anymore. Right?
Inaya...
Sorry, Nilou. As expected, I should be the one to say it.
Está
You
bien.
don't need
No
to
lo veo
shoulder
mal.
this responsibility for me. If in your eyes, the purpose of my existence is to become your academic successor, then that goal has ended in complete failure. By your logic, that means there is no more reason to sustain our relationship as father and daughter.
Members of the audience who do not belong to either debate party, please speak with caution.
Let her speak.
Anda, eso
What
es
she does not
sorprendente.
say, Nilou will.
No matter how many disagreements we've had, the truth is that you are still my father. You're so immersed in your own world, you can't understand
No
why we come
veo...
together for the sake of relationships.
No veo que esto vaya a funcionar muy bien, la verdad, pero bueno. Va a funcionar bien porque el juego es así, ¿vale? Siempre tiene que salir todo bien, pero...
Zubair Theater.
I'm almost starting to feel sorry for this guy, what with the idiotic things he said.
Order! Order! Members of the audience, do not interrupt debate proceedings.
I confess that this is the final argument we had prepared. Disown me, and you will win the debate. But before that, Father,
Creo que eso no
I
puede
have some
decidirlo
final
ella,
words to
pero
say.
bueno.
I've been doing some soul searching. Not about whether I should have run away from home, but whether there was any point to my personal rebellion against you. I kept trying to earn your approval, but I only disappointed you over and over. The truth is, I ran away from home as a means to vent my recurring frustrations. That is to say, I was exerting pressure on you, and hoping you'd give up on your lofty expectations. But by doing that, wasn't I just doing the same thing as you? I won't force my expectations upon you anymore. At Zubair Theater, I have found the life I've always wanted. I will move on from my family troubles and strive towards my new goal.
Pero entonces...
But if you dare to harm this place, then I will stand with my friends here and fight against you.
This is not the time to space out, Sharif. The debate is still underway.
You already consider them to be your friends.
You should be asking us that question.
Of course we are.
Parece que el... ¿Cómo se llama? El que modera el debate está como un poco de parte del coleguita este, ¿eh?
Make no mistake.
O sea, del malo.
All
Tío.
those who come to Zubair Theater become one of us. We will always be with her.
Such puerile simplicity. However, it is surprisingly a relief.
Wait, what are you...
Bueno, entonces sí que era por la hija, ¿no?
Never
Vale.
mind.
Pues ya está.
They left?
¿Qué más van a decir?
Does that mean we've won?
We won?
Qué incómodo.
Nilou, you're amazing!
A ver, creo que Inaya también... Sí, Inaya también estuvo genial.
I relaxed for a moment and I feel a little faint. It looks like he still has a place for her in his heart.
Es sorprendente, la
Terrific
verdad.
work, Nilou and Anaya. They likely won't cause any more trouble for us.
Didn't know you could get so fierce. I have a lot of newfound respect for you two.
This really took a lot out of me, though. I don't ever want to do this again.
Both Miss Nilou and Miss Inaya were so cool!
Should we throw a second round of celebrations?
A ver, no hemos hecho la primera todavía, pero bueno, vale. Ay, habla con Nilou. Va a acabar esto ya porque me gusta. ¡Eh!
During the debate, you said that you found a new wish. What was it?
I actually want to learn how to dance from Nilou.
¿Como esta?
That's a great wish. But with your shyness, are you really going to be okay going up on stage?
I'll try my best. Nilou wasn't born an expert either.
Venga. No dicen nada. Pensaba que iba a decir algo, pero no ha dicho nada.
Oh, it's you.
Estás un poco más tranquila. Este debería ser la conversación final, ¿crees?
Yes, I feel a lot better. The more I think back on everything, the more surreal it all feels.
Normal, si es que se han ido y ya. Uy,
I
hidratación.
don't think I
Gracias.
could repeat what I did a second time.
Se le ha ido el caso a la Coca-Cola. Perdón, a las bebidas de extractos. Todo nuestro esfuerzo valió la pena. Más o
Yes,
menos.
And it's all
Meningue.
thanks to you.
Ahora que ya he escuchado las historias de los demás, quiero escuchar la tuya. Sí, es verdad, durante todas estas 2 horas hemos aprendido nada de Nilou.
I see. You mean how fate brought me to the theater, right? Then I'll have to tell you about my teacher who Mr. Zubair had mentioned.
¿Vas a
Mr.
bailármelo?
Zubair opened his theater when I was still a child.
¿Vas a bailarme tu
There was
background?
a beautiful dancer, and from the moment I saw her, I couldn't look away. I thought to myself, the gods must have blessed her with such talent. But later on, she would actually smile down at me and say, just the opposite, in fact.
Lo contrario.
Yeah. She said, dance is an art born from toil. It isn't a gift from the gods, but a creation by our own hands. It is a beautiful thing born from our life experiences. Whenever there is joy or
Está bailando
something
del
to be
fondo.
celebrated, people will dance. In other words, any place where people can effortlessly begin a dance will for sure be filled with the blessings of everyone's happiness. She wasn't looking for flowers and applause. All she wanted was to see her audience smile.
Lo que el arte significa para algunas personas.
Right. The same as what Mr. Kasani believes.
Bueno, y lo que ella, ¿no? Lo he dicho antes también.
I was completely moved by what she had said, so I started taking dance lessons from her. And later on, I began to dance here in her stead. Before she retired, she told me, for as long as you live, never forget what dance means to others. This is why Mr. Zubair and I never intended to listen to the academia. Even though it ended up causing everyone a whole lot of trouble, thankfully, everything worked out in the end.
Parece que ya no tendremos que preocuparnos más por el futuro. No tiene por qué, la verdad.
Although, I do have a small regret.
¿Y Naya?
Yeah. Even though she has already decided to stop fighting with her father, they never managed to have a real conversation with each other.
No pasa nada.
Before he
No
left,
se ocurre.
Mr. Sharif looked like he had a lot on his mind.
Igual se pone a
He
bailar
probably
para
has a lot of things
demostrarlos.
he wants to say, but will now perhaps never get a chance to.
Puede que sea lo mejor.
Yeah, but I still hope that things can change. It never hurts to have hope. You and Paimon are more than welcome to keep attending our shows.
Bien.
Who knows? Next time, you might see Inaya on the stage.
Ah, ya se ha enterado que quiere bailar. Vale.
Are you still worried about Inaya?
Espera 2 días.
Let's be sure to come back often. Who knows? Maybe things will have worked out for her.
¿En serio? ¿Vamos a ver a Inaya de verdad? Bueno, vale, venga. 2 días a las 8. Vale. Ok. Ay, señor. No sé si lo habéis notado, pero es que me da igual la Inaya. O sea, es que tengo 0 interés por ella. O sea, yo entiendo que ha sido el personaje principal de la misión. O sea, esa parte la pillo. Ha sido el personaje principal de la misión. Bastante más, por lo menos, que Nilou. Pero sigue sin importarme. O sea, entiendo por lo que pasa. Entiendo que sus motivaciones principales son miedo a su padre. Entiendo que esto es un character development muy importante para ella. Lo que no entiendo es por qué por qué cree el juego que me debe de importar. Es un personaje secundario. He aprendido más sobre Inaya que sobre Nilou. Y sigo sin entender muy bien a qué viene todo el rollo de Nilou. O sea, simplemente es eso, que el arte le motiva a seguir viviendo. O sea, está bien, ¿no? Pero lo veo como un poco simple teniendo en cuenta que tiene una misión legendaria. No... sea, yo entiendo que no todo tiene que ser una experiencia que cambie mi vida en este juego, ¿vale? Yo lo entiendo, pero eso no significa que te va a ser nada. Porque yo salgo de aquí, salgo de esta misión pensando que no ha ocurrido nada. Salgo de aquí pensando que bien podría no haber hecho esto. Salgo de aquí pensando que me voy a olvidar de esta misión pasado mañana. Pero bueno. Y le toca bailar. No hay música. ¡Anda! Ven Inaya también. Venga.
Everyone, I'd like to introduce you to our newest member, Hinaya.
Hello, everyone.
She'll be dancing for us from now on. So please, give her your support.
Ya superó las pruebas. En 2 días. Ya sabe bailar. Pensaba que iba a aprender a bailar.
Hinaya's taken her place on the stage. Oh, Paimon wonders how she'll look when she starts dancing. When you stop and think about it, happy endings like this sure aren't easy to come by.
No, la verdad es que ocurren todos los días, pero bueno, se juntaron muchas cosas para que ocurriera.
Nilou's efforts, everyone's wisdom, Inaya's determination.
Y la misericordia de Sharif. ¿Misericordia? Bueno, si quieres llamarlo así.
What do you mean by that?
Supongo que nos dio esta oportunidad a propósito. No estaba obligado a aceptar el debate. No, sí que estaba obligado a aceptar el debate. O sea, es principalmente el ego lo que le obliga a aceptar el debate.
You do have a point there. The whole demolition thing was going overboard, but he really could have banned Nilou and the others from dancing.
Alguien de la academia no podría negarse a un debate contra alguien que considera intelectualmente inferior. O sea, tú lo ves y eso lo ves como una provocación bastante directa. Lo ves como... O sea, si a mí alguien me invita a un debate sobre algo en lo que sé mucho y yo yo sé que esa persona no sabe de lo que está hablando, porque partamos de la base en la que ese hombre pensaba que lo que dice es lo correcto, es la verdad. Si tú te encuentras con alguien así, no va a decirle que no a un debate. O sea, lo principal es que quería intentar es ridiculizar a Nilou. Es lo más normal en este caso.
If he really wanted to be ruthless, he could have done some real damage, even without winning the debate. Oh well, it's not like we can understand how people like him think. Let's focus on watching the performance.
Ya no hablemos más de ahí.
Wait, look who the cat dragged
Va a venir a ver a su hija bailar.
Isn't that Inaya's father?
Qué creepy. Vamos a saludarlo.
Oh, it's you two.
Hola. ¿Me conoce?
I don't have much to do today, so I just came to look around this place.
Are you looking for Inaya?
No,
Qué
I'm
agresividad.
simply here to watch a performance. There is no need to trouble her.
¿No deberías estar ocupado?
Well, I was for a time. My loss at the debate caused quite the loss of face for the academia, so there was a period of unrest.
A eso me
I used
refiero.
this opportunity
Es un
to
representante
suggest
de la
that my
academia en cualquier
superiors
caso.
temporarily suspend me from duty. Otherwise, the rumors would probably persist for even longer.
Suspended from duty?
Que le han echado el trabajo.
Yes,
Básicamente.
I am temporarily unemployed. However, I now have an abundance of time, so I can afford to come here and watch a show. I admit that I do not understand the magic that this theater possesses, but my curiosity has been piqued. I still cannot forget that young lady's perseverance. Inaya would almost certainly mature in the presence of such a person.
Todavía te preocupas por tu hija. Sí, de una manera un poco extraña, pero supongo que sí.
There are no parents who do not worry about their children.
No, sí que los hay.
I suppose she managed to hit a weak spot of mine. Never mind.
No te hace mejor padre esto.
I do not have the right to say that.
No lo tiene. Para
You're
nada.
already here, so you might as well go see her.
No, that is not necessary. I will take my leave after the show concludes. Do not tell her that I was here.
Te va a ver. Es bastante obvio. Te ha visto Nilou.
Come on. Who knows if you'll get a chance like this again?
But...
You You said you were going to make peace with your past. Show your father how much you've grown.
Le va a enseñar cómo baila, porque es muy creepy.
Don't be nervous. Everyone at Zubair Theater has your back.
Bueno, venga.
Hey, let's go somewhere else.
No le va a enseñar a bailar, solo van a hablar.
You sure they'll be okay?
I don't know, but I think we should have faith in them.
Qué incómodo.
Ah, yes, Inaya. I have something for you.
It's okay.
I'm still learning. It's hardly a masterpiece. But it's yours, if you'll take it.
¿Qué? ¿No has hecho algo perfecto? ¡A la basura!
You don't have to take it. It's fine. Never mind.
Let's have a heart-to-heart, Father.
Like father, like daughter. They're both so awkward with their feelings.
Sí, bastante. Es muy incómodo todo, pero bueno.
She probably would have snuck away as well if I didn't drag her back.
No parecía muy en contra de esta vez, la verdad.
I'm not sure. A complete reconciliation may also not be the best thing for them right now.
No, tampoco
All
creo que sea
those years
posible.
of arguments and misunderstandings can't be settled overnight. It might be best if they continue to keep some distance for now.
También lo
But
creo.
no matter where their
Es una buena
hearts
idea.
and bodies may be, they will always be family. All I wish for them is to be able to one day tap into the warmth of that bond. Oh, by the way, everyone's really thankful to you for helping out with the debate. So, we made you a little something. Hope you'll like it.
La corona de flores. Me han hecho un puto teatro para la tetera. Me han hecho un putísimo teatro. Perdón.
Isn't this Zubair Theater? Whoa, this is amazing. It's so detailed and polished.
We've also never made anything this complicated before. Mr. Zubair and Mr. Kasani took charge of the design, while Inaya and I made all the little pieces with the help of others. Miss Reika or Miss Nadja made and assembled the centerpiece. As adventurers, you two will doubtlessly travel to many more lands and see many more things. That's why we hope that your time at Zubair Theater will become a fond memory of your journey. You two are welcome back anytime.
We'll come back and watch you dance whenever we get the chance.
Según la costumbre debería dejar de lado las formalidades, ¿no es así?
You're welcome. And there's no need to be so polite. You learned fast. Come on, take it. This is the story of you and me. It's a tale that I'll never, ever forget.
Yo creo que la voy a olvidar pasado mañana. Ay, para aquellos que son sabios. Vale, pues hemos terminado con la misión de Nilou. Vamos a probarla. Es lo único que me queda realmente, ¿vale? La hemos probado ya, pero la he probado un poco aislado. Ni siquiera sabía cómo funcionaba lo de la que me lo ha dicho Noob. No sé muy bien cómo va exactamente. Es lo único que nos queda. Vamos a hacer la prueba. Llegamos a las 20 primos y poco más, ¿vale? Creo que el valor de la misión ha sido principalmente la parte final. O sea, no ha habido mayor valor que eso. Un momento. No creo que haya sido una buena misión para nada, ¿vale? Ups. ¿Qué hace la ulti? Los marca y pega, y ya está. Si solo pego una vez, puedo pegar golpes. La E aún me seguía dejando usarla mientras tanto. ¿Cuánto tiempo me dan de uso acuático? Unos 8 o 10 segundos menos de lo que tarda en recargarse. Vale. No sé muy bien cómo funciona esto, la verdad. Quiero ver la ulti, eso que más me interesa. Daño de habilidad. Daño de un perpetuo. Vale, a ver. Si hago así. Vale, parece ser que o sea, al mismo tiempo no. Se puede mezclar la E con ataques básicos, pero no mucho, porque tarda muy poco en irse, ¿eh? Tarda muy poco en irse. No sé si entiendo... ¿Qué ha pasado con ese espíritu? ¿Lo habéis visto desaparecer de la pantalla? No sé si comprendo muy bien cómo funciona, pero bueno. No creo que sea para mí este personaje, ¿vale? Ya he fallado el 50-50 con Albedo, así que no puedo hacer mucha cosa tampoco. Pero bueno, vamos a dejarlo por aquí, ¿vale? Ya llevo bastante tiempo, más del que me gustaría haber llevado. Vamos a recoger las primos por hacer la prueba del personaje. Ahí está. Y ale. Chao.